I was at the Minute Clinic trying to get some medication for my own illness, and this lady's child sat there and snorted her snot back into her face every 5 seconds for 15 minutes, and I lost it. And I just said, "There's f***ing tissue right there." And I looked at her mom and I said, "Control your f***ing kid."
That child is now traumatized. Like, was he my dad?
Years from now, they'll be like, she'll be like going to therapy for the trauma.
Yeah. Good.
When I was little,
Maybe
this
that was
guy.
my son. I'm going to have to go to therapy because of the trauma I was put through.
What's up, everyone, and welcome back to the Mamalukes podcast. We're your hosts. I'm Luke.
I'm Alysha.
I'm Matt.
And I'm Virginia.
And today we're looking back a bit 6 years ago to when the ridiculousness of the pandemic started, the upcoming Oscars, and a roundup of some recent tech topics, mostly Google related. But first, some follow-up things. First of all, Redbox. I guess we were wrong about that being around still. It's not.
That was so last year.
Yeah, last year. Yeah, S4 still sawing around somewhat recently. I was kind of thinking it might have been like an abandoned Redbox or decommissioned or whatever. And
Mandela effect.
Or, yeah, just misremembering. I don't know if you had any other details on that.
That's all. Just wanted to make sure we, correct ourselves. We were wrong. So I said it. I just know on the last time I said it very confidently. I was like, oh yeah, they're still around.
Right. Right. You mentioned before we started, they were out of business like 2024, 2025, some point.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, we're not that far off, but yeah, they're gone. Sorry, Redbox.
I have one little note that I didn't bring up.
Oh, what's that?
So remember how we were talking about the Dracula 2025?
Right.
It premiered in France the July before it premiered here.
Yeah, that's right. I did eventually find that's why all the reviews were already up for that.
And why it was called Dracula 2025. Yeah.
Right, yeah. Yeah, we're just stuck in last year, I guess. Whoops.
The comment that I made, it was so last year, that's what actually made me think about it. So,
what else we got? It's Friday the 13th again. For any of you Frigatrisci decaphobics, people that have a fear of Friday the 13th, well, it's happening again. I think it's supposed to happen like one more time this year or something.
In November, yep.
Okay.
So is that practiced? The pronunciation there?
I mean, I probably read it a couple times. I don't know. Before the podcast.
That was pretty good.
Frigatrisci decaphobic?
Yeah, that was
Say
pretty
that
good.
5 times fast.
I would probably say something racist or something if I tried to say that.
Well, that's what the magic of editing is for. Any Friday the 13th shenanigans you guys have noticed today, other than the wind being crazy, and we'll get into that.
Did you do you ever notice how tattoo parlors always have a special on Friday the 13th where they have like flash sales? They put a poster up and you can get any tattoo for a certain price.
I guess I didn't notice that.
So back in the 80s in Texas, and I think it was Dallas, a tattoo shop had a big thing where they did like for 24 hours and they did $13 tattoos. And it was so popular that it actually spread through the United States. And that's why a lot of tattoo shops do it now.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
So what did you get on your ass, Matt?
It's for me to know.
Yeah, I didn't notice anything. But in case you thought it was a part of it, I don't know, the wind being crazy today, I think that's just the weather being the weather. In case your lights did flicker, that wasn't the Friday the 13th causing things. That was just the wind.
The 71 mile an hour winds.
Yeah. Yeah. If you live in Ohio today, it was probably windy for you, at least the northern part of Ohio. I'm at a loss for words for what I saw earlier today. I was down here in the basement earlier. You were gone.
I was gone. The wind carried me away.
I heard a noise upstairs. I thought it was upstairs. It must have been something outside. I'm sure you guys have heard the phrase, if a tree falls in the woods and nobody's around to hear it, does it make a sound? And, well, I was in the basement and I heard trees falling down and even worse. So I go out to the back porch out here just to check out, what's going on. And, well, I think we need to correct the phrase. If a tree falls down in the woods, does anybody see it? Not always, but today I did. I walked out to the porch. I grabbed one of the cats, like, hey, look, what's going on? It's really windy. And literally 5 seconds later, we just see 300 feet in the distance. And I'm like, the cat, I know he saw it because he's just jumping in my arms. And I'm like, okay, we're going to go back inside.
It was Asher.
Yeah. And I was like, all right. But yeah, the winds are really, really crazy today.
I feel like I went on a walk in a Metro Park one time and it was really windy and you could hear the tree, you know?
Right.
And the sound is creepy because it's when is this thing going to go?
Right.
And you just never know. And it's a weird, creaking sound.
You feel like you went on a walk in the park?
Did I say I feel like I went on a walk in the park? I thought I said...
Oh, we'll play it back.
I'm sure. I'm a little out of it.
I don't have an instant replay button.
I definitely went on a walk in the park. I feel like I went on a walk in a Metro Park.
Any crazy stuff you have happened to you today?
Yeah. So I make a long drive on Fridays, and the 70-mile-an-hour winds were coming across in Cleveland, in downtown Cleveland, and your car was just getting pelted by debris. You could just hear rocks and dirt and stuff smashing the side of your car. And it was it was monsooning at the same time.
Yeah.
So that was pretty wild of a drive,
Yeah. Some people cannot drive well in the wind too. It's if you think people are already bad at driving, just throw 70-mile-an-hour gusts at them and see how well they do.
I went to the gas station. I went to get gas and scanned my card, and the wind took the card out of my hand, and I had to go chasing across the parking lot to go get it. So,
wow. Anything crazy with the wind that you saw?
No, just the usual people pulling out in front of me.
Right.
And other cars.
Yeah.
The
people braking before they put their turn signal on. I love that. It's my favorite.
Yep.
Did you guys see the sunrise?
It was pretty.
Today?
Yeah. It looked like the sky was on fire.
Yeah, it was bright red.
Yeah. So there's a saying that goes back. It's an old sailor's thing, but it was red sky in morning, sailors take warning. Right. Red sky at night, sailors delight. So when I saw the sky this morning, and I'm like, and it's Friday the 13th, so this is going to be pretty interesting. So, and it was. So
yeah.
It holds up. I don't know why. I don't understand the science behind it, but
yeah, that is weird.
I was just thinking my power kept going in and out, and I was thinking we literally just changed the clocks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's what is this? I had to change it again.
The lights were going out at the store too.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, the time change. Oh.
Did we save Dave? Did we save Dave Light?
We pushed it further into the day, and that's what we did.
The daylight is safe.
We saved it. It is safe.
Dave's light.
And Dave has light. Yes.
It's time for me to go to bed.
The only thing we lost was sleep. That's pretty much.
Yeah, Asher's the worst.
Also, our cat keeps us up all night. Well, not all night, just at a very specific point.
5 a.m.
Yep.
He's a 5 a.m. cat.
It used to be 4 a.m., but the time changed. So.
Hey, he saved you guys an extra hour of sleep.
Considering Asher is a black cat. Well, not completely black, but.
He's a suitcase cat.
Yeah, the suitcase cat, because that's me not remembering the type of cat that tuxedo cats are. So I'm like suit, and then somehow that turned into suitcase. And I was talking to Alysha, whatever the other day it was, and I was like, Or yeah, we were going to bed. I was like, Alysha, like, I can't remember right now. I'm feeling super stupid. But like, what are our two cats, Asher and Baby Cat, called? Like the kind of cat that they are, like Coleman and Abigail are tabby cats. What are they? Like, I keep thinking of Suits, and then somehow Suitcase got stuck in my head. Like they're suitcase cats. Like, no, that doesn't sound right.
Luke has dementia.
I had a moment, but we were, I don't know. It was late. Don't mind me. That's my story for today's podcast. No. Any other but first topics we need to cover?
So this is kind of funny along the same lines, but like I think it was Wednesday. I was at work and everything smelled like Lipton onion soup.
Ooh.
Oh.
And I don't know why, but it was like even like when I went to my second job, it was like it smelled like Lipton onion soup. So I was like just wondering if I had like a stroke at some point and nobody woke me up and told me, you know what I mean, or what, but just everything everywhere I went smelled like Lipton onion soup. So
did somebody like spill it on the back of your leg or something?
No, I mean, that's with
you?
2 wardrobe changes, you know what I mean? Because I change clothes at work and stuff like that too. So.
Do you associate that smell to a certain period of time in your life or person?
No,
Did
it was so random.
Well, I was with him at the second place and I thought it smelled like it too. So,
well, it's probably Virginia.
They were just, I think well, I wasn't with him at the first place.
She is 83 years old, so
87.
87 years old. Yeah. No, I thought that was really random. I'm just standing at work and like normally it smells like different kinds of plastic being melted and stuff. And
Maybe you're pregnant.
Like, it smells like Lipton onion soup. I hope so. I'll be rich, bitch. I'm just a little concerned where it's coming out. It's going to be a C-section for sure.
Today on Mamalukes, we learn about male anatomy and pregnancy.
I bet you we'd get a lot of viewers if
if Matt had a baby. We would have.
If I have a baby, we're doing it for the podcast. It's going viral. We'll be on Netflix.
We'll make a documentary, I'm sure. Okay.
Yep. Okay.
So before we get into our main topics, I've done a poor job at doing anything really organic for like our sponsors that support the show. So I'm going to do that real quick. In case you've watched any of our baked in ads or listened. So the 2 right now would be my radio station, Wave Dash Radio, and the other being Aspire Drinks. If you're watching the video form, you see the cans up here. Go check them out. They're always in the description of the podcast. Wave Dash Radio, if you like video game anime music, that's a free radio station for you. You should go check that out. And if you're looking for an energy drink that isn't going to give you all the jitters and make you crash out, Aspire Drinks, they got the hookup for you. And I guess the last thing would really be us, Mamalukes, specifically our store. Yeah, I know. I put a lot of S's on that. That was weird.
Where's the hat?
Where's what?
Where's the hat?
The hat?
Mm-hmm.
Which hat? Oh, it's upstairs.
Oh.
I didn't grab it. Whoops.
Still not doing a great job promoting.
Yeah, I'm still not doing it. It's not working out.
Cut.
If you want a comfy Mamalukes t-shirt, hoodie, hat, also sorts of other things, go to mamalukes.net and find the link at the top to go to the store, or just go to store.mamalukes.net. You can check all that out.
This may not have been your target audience, but I have turned 2 people that are really into yoga into your radio station.
Really?
Yeah. So apparently there's a lot of video games and stuff like music, like I'm not saying specifically Halo or something,
sure,
but along that line,
okay,
that actually goes well with yoga. So they're both instructors and they've both gotten songs from your radio station.
Oh,
so
okay. Wow. I suddenly feel a lot better about the radio station now. Cool. Well, that's awesome. I'm curious which music they've gotten specifically. Like they put the radio on, or like they found
music and then they took tracks and used tracks.
Gotcha. Well, even still, that's cool.
I was going to tell you that too. Maybe you can update your
playlist,
your pump it music,
my power pump playlist. Could use some new good music. So
some of it would be good for that. Some of them would be kind of.
Well, with her, it's finding the right beat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's beats per minute
some of it
that matter.
Okay. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, video game music, it's kind of like all over the place depending on what the game is and what its overall theme is. It could be like super upbeat and techno-y. It could be super somber, like something like
cool down music. For your workout.
Right. Yeah.
Do you have like Tron music and stuff on there?
Technically, yes. From Kingdom Hearts 2, because Tron is one of the worlds in that game. Yeah, there is a tiny bit of Tron music.
So like the original then?
I think,
or the like 2010 version?
Yeah, I think it. Well, no, because Kingdom Hearts 2 came out in 2005, so I guess it would be more based on the
dating
original.
Myself again, but let's see.
As long as nobody else is dating you.
Hey, I'm still trying to get somebody to date me, so you know. Hey, I was right on the money. It's 2010 Tron Legacy.
Yeah.
So somebody uses that music too, and that's what sparked the conversation, actually.
Oh, okay. All right. That makes sense. I think I know which music exactly they're talking about then. The exact tracks, because that kind of makes sense. Yeah, I think that's the only bit of Tron music on there. But yeah, there's always a little bit of something.
I hope they subscribed.
Yeah, be nice.
I tell everybody to like and subscribe, just like I do on here, but you know,
right.
Nobody listens to me.
Some people listen. Very few, but some people. And we always appreciate that. All right, so let's get into our main topics. So, Alysha, you were looking back 6 years ago. It's been 6 years since the COVID pandemic hit. I'm sure for a lot of us, that was probably a difficult time.
You know, it's funny how much you just struggled with pandemic, but you said that other Fear Friday the 13th thing so well.
Yeah, you know, some words roll off the tongue. Some just, I am having stroke or something. I don't know.
I have stroke.
Sorry, I ruined your intro.
No, that's okay. Well,
it was one of the side effects from him having COVID.
Yeah. I don't actually know if I ever did have it. I could have been one of the asymptomatic people that just like passed through my body and I have no idea. Or
he pooped it out.
Yeah, exactly. Like
impressive.
I don't know. I certainly know people that did definitely have it because they had the very specific symptoms of
loss of taste,
loss of
smell.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, just looking over at Virginia. She's dying. She's like, I have no taste. I have no smell.
I was actually looking because right before Alysha was like, I hate when people are like sniffling in there, and I just did that, and I was like, oh, she heard it. Shit.
What's the word that Matt and I? What's our damage?
That other phobic word that I don't remember that I could probably pronounce really well. What would you call that?
Hating.
Phobia.
Hearing people chew, breathe.
Mesophobia, right?
Chew
Let's just
or breathe.
Go with chew. Misophonia?
Yeah.
Misophonia.
That was going somewhere else.
It still could.
It did.
It did. Fear of intense, irrational rage, panic in response to chewing sounds is known as misophonia, literally hatred of sound. Well, see, I don't feel like that translates
What
well.
about hearing people breathe?
That's on there.
that need to blow their nose.
Chewing, breathing, or tapping trigger.
Oh,
Even
yep.
whispering, slurping.
Yawning.
How does one develop this?
Neurological condition, not an ear problem where the brain perceives these sounds as a threat.
It's
Maybe more
believed to
common
be
in women.
located in the brain structure differences with tighter connectivity to the auditory cortex in fight or flight.
Well, that just validates that I'm in survival mode all the time.
Your survival. Not hers, but your survival.
Yeah, I mean, my survival. Don't slurp or crunch or breathe.
No breathing.
Don't breathe.
It's the chewing that drives me nuts. Like I can even deal with like the metallic fork, like when you bite a fork.
No,
thing.
I cannot.
I can get past that, but the chewing sounds
There is something with certain types of
Ugh.
metal and metal
I just
on
got chills
people's
from that.
teeth. Yeah. It's like nails on a chalkboard. Cannot. Freaks me out. And the people are just willingly just scraping the fork on their teeth.
Willingly.
the snorting the snot back into your head
I can
repetitively thing is just so bad too. Like I yelled at a child a week ago. A stranger's child.
Gotta do what you
Honestly,
gotta do.
I side with Matt.
in the circumstances you were under, I wouldn't blame you.
That child is.
Just very quickly, I was at the Minute Clinic trying to get some medication for my own illness, and this lady's child sat there and snorted her snot back into her face every 5 seconds for 15 minutes, and I lost it. And I just said, "There's fucking tissue right there." And I looked at her mom and I said, "Control your fucking kid."
That child is now traumatized. Like, was he my dad?
Years from now, they'll be like, she'll be like going to therapy for the trauma.
Yeah. Good.
When I was little,
Maybe
this
that was my
Because
guy.
I'm going to have to go to therapy because of the trauma I was put through. I'm going to have to go get this electric REM sleep thing done to me.
Electric rim.
Whatever it is, they induce REM. I don't know.
Yeah, but it
Electric
sounded like
rapid
he
eye
said
movement.
rim. It's electric rim is what
REM.
I heard.
R-E-M.
Oh, man.
Let's
It's me
see
in the
what it's
corner.
called.
See you in the spotlight, losing your religion.
Losing my shit on a child.
EMDR therapy is what it's called.
Yep. So anyway,
Sounds like techno music.
EMDR.
You're just going to a fucking concert, aren't you?
Here, just take this little pill and then go to watch the lights.
Anyway, this isn't my topic, so I wasn't trying to make a long-winded intro other than just to transition into
My topic. Okay.
your topic.
5 a.m. thoughts. Thanks to my cat Asher. I woke up thinking, oh, it's Friday the 13th. And our friend Rachel suggested that I'd, like, as a topic, I could bring up something about Friday the 13th. And I was like, oh, Virginia kind of already did that. And then my lovely Google Photos always remind me of, past events. And one started popping up with COVID masks. And I was like, oh, it's been 6 years since then. Pictures of me and Mina with masks on when we traveled. So it's another Friday the 13th. Is it superstitious, suspicious, or a wild coincidence? March 13th, 2020, and today, March 13th, 2026, are both Friday the 13th. The next Friday the 13th in March will not occur until 2037.
Wow.
That's pretty crazy,
we'll be
right?
doing the 17th anniversary of COVID. We don't have to. So 6 years after the World Health Organization declared COVID-19 a global pandemic on March 11th, 2020, the anniversary reflects a turning point that changed everyday life worldwide. The lasting effects from millions of deaths to ongoing health and social challenges are still felt today. March 13th, 2020, the United States declared a national emergency. And then in the middle of the month, schools, events, and businesses began shutting down all across the U.S. March 15th, 2020, Mike DeWine ordered bars and restaurants to close for dine-in service. So if you're not from Ohio, Mike DeWine would be our governor. Couldn't think of the word.
Governor.
At the time. So then COVID hit and life suddenly felt different. The things we used to trust, schools, doctors, the government, and places of employment just felt off. People had to figure out new ways to connect and adapt to life. Everything felt uncertain and quickly shifted into a before and after.
Everyone's experiences were a bit different, and that's the beauty of choice and your reaction to the outside world. Evaluating their personal health risks, trust in institutions, their political identity, and their willingness to comply.
So what you have written down here, you have what we can call personality types or just aspects of how people were handling the whole pandemic. Personal health risk, factors like age, medical conditions, living with vulnerable children or the elderly, having higher perceived risk, more caution, and higher vaccination rates. You have 2, trust in institutions. So the confidence in groups like the WHO, World Health Organization, or the CDC, Center for Disease Control, pharmaceutical companies, and our lovely government. Higher trust, willingness to follow public health guidance. That was another aspect of that as well. Political identity. So political beliefs and media consumption, what was real, what was not. Willingness to comply with the rules. So people who naturally prioritize social order for collective safety, while others prioritize personal freedoms and resist mandates. People's motivations were a mix of panic and fear, practicality, trust, skepticism, and personal circumstances. You had folks that were highly cautious and safety focused. So having concerns about getting sick and spreading the virus, following guidance, whether that was masking or social distancing or getting a vaccination. Often there were higher risk factors mentioned above that could include autoimmune disorders or, just vulnerable family members. That ties into all that. You had compliance-driven people who were just trying to follow the rules. They got the vaccine because policies at their workplace to keep their job, potentially. To travel and enter buildings, they had to mask up, things like that. You had folks that were considered mid-cautious. So they were concerned about the virus, but they needed more time before considering getting a vaccination. Some eventually received it, some didn't. Those types of people preferred to watch the data actually develop first and thought developing the vaccine was getting released too soon. I remember a whole bunch of stuff about that. You had folks that were skeptical of all these different mandates. So that would be, anybody that distrusted the media narratives, any of the pharmaceutical companies, especially the ones that were developing vaccines, the government. There's people that just outright refused vaccines and mandates. Others relied on their natural immunity and focusing on nutrition, exercise, and sunlight and sleep. Some used all natural traditional herbs for immune support, including elderberry,
Echinacea.
Echinacea.
Clearly, I wasn't digging that. Ginger, garlic, honey, lemon, licorice root, mullein, turmeric, and thyme. Trusting ancient or traditional healing practices such as herbalism, why can I pronounce this?
I'm enjoying this.
Naturopathy. What is that? I don't even know.
Nature therapy.
Nature therapy. Why don't they just call it that? Okay.
I think it's like
Ayurveda.
naturopathy.
Naturopathy. Okay.
Ayurveda is the next one.
Ayurveda
I don't know that one.
and Chinese medicine.
I can't believe oregano's not on there.
I was going to put that one. Add
Yeah.
oregano.
Herbalism,
Matt and I were just talking about
naturopathy,
I have it upstairs if you want
Ayurveda,
some.
oregano.
So you just need some
Oregano.
lemon chicken and a nice marinara, and you're safe from the pandemic.
I have oregano oil upstairs. Ask Luke when he's sick. I made him take it, and we both took too much. It's so potent.
Yeah,
You need one drop in a pot of sauce, if
I
you
was
will.
out.
It made you go to sleep.
It's the
It's
spicy.
just like, get
No.
that away from me. This is, wow. Just potent, I guess. And then the last category here is people that just nope, don't care.
Divot.
Can't talk, having a stroke again. People that had low concern or just didn't give a fuck. Felt the risk was overstated, continued daily life with minimal changes, focused on personal freedom, and then just watched the rest of the world react to the whole situation.
My personal experience is my grandmother was dying of stage 4 cancer. So I was very conflicted in that moment to spend a lot of time with her because, Mina was in school before school closed and you're trying to keep everybody safe and you're very pressured to do so. So I regret not spending more time with my grandmother.
Yeah, I went through the same kind of thing. So my mom had lung cancer, non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, and so
My
she was
grandmother also.
yeah, she was susceptible to getting sick. So, I wouldn't go around her, and when I did, I was usually like wearing a mask in another room or something like that, and it ended up being a moot point because she ended up getting it from work, we think, and then she passed away. So it was the same kind of thing.
Yeah, my grandmother passed in June
Of 2020.
2020.
I don't know if these are personality types now that I'm coming back.
No,
to
they
this.
really are, because it's like,
I mean, I guess they are.
you had the people that, like you said, were wearing
Yeah.
a mask in a car when nobody was around.
Yeah.
You know,
All right. Fair.
Then you had the guy that wouldn't stay
Fair.
6 feet away from the person in front of him because right-wing politic guy, they
Yeah.
didn't have to do any of that
And I'm
crap.
really
So
not
it's
trying
like,
to judge them. Like, I put
No,
a lot of
I-
thought into it because I was conflicted. Like, I want to keep my family safe. Like, yes, my grandmother had cancer. She was dying. But also, at the same time, all of our family is there. So, you work with children.
Yep.
Their journey.
it's weird
That's-
because like my life didn't change at all. We didn't shut down. We didn't have any like mask mandates unless you were in the lunchroom with somebody because we were so wide open that, we could just stay away from people.
Right.
So like my life didn't change unless I went to like a grocery store.
Right.
So I was just more mildly inconvenienced when I went to go do something,
Yeah.
it
You
just,
had to wear a mask.
yeah. And, it's like, like I said, we never shut down. We stayed through the entire time, worked the same hours.
You were an essential business.
yeah, we were
Right.
essential because
Us
we
too.
said
Oh my
we
gosh,
made something.
I forgot about that.
We
almost.
said we made something for the medical industry so we could stay open. We were making fucking kayaks and playground equipment and shit like that. You know what I mean? We weren't making anything.
You want to
noise.
know the sad shit? Is,
That's actually a pretty crazy loophole.
Yeah. That's all you had to do. And then we just
My
never
life
shut
totally
down.
changed. Totally.
Right. That's what I'm
I
saying.
had to
That's-
juggle like, and we were like a school that was like legit. Like every class, we had a scheduled time where students had to get on a Zoom at a specific time, and we did it for every single class, every single day. They had
Wow.
like a schedule and everything. And then on top of that, it was like in between my Zooms, I was like trying to make sure my boys were like on their their
Right.
classes or whatever. And it was wild working from home.
That's the first experience I ever had Claire lie to me.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. She almost didn't go to Disney World. She was lying about doing her work because there was nobody supervising her and she wasn't at school
Hmm.
and she wasn't doing anything like at all. She was so far behind. It was just like remarkable how far behind she was.
Wow.
And when it came to the deadline, she had like 3 days and she got like an entire semester's worth of math done in 3 days because she wanted to go to Disney World. And she ended up with an A in the class. I was so mad at her. I was like, you know what I mean? I was like, you did nothing you were supposed to and lied to me for like 2.5 months.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think it's wild to think like how now they're finding all these like gaps in student learning.
Right.
And they're, pinpointing that like, well, this is what they're missing, which would have been
Lines
when
up
they,
with-
which lines up when they were at
The
home. And
pandemic.
Well, if you want to go on a bigger scale than like students learning, every doctor and nurse that came out of college in a 1.5-year span learned to diagnose everything as COVID.
Mhm.
And they had no practical experience diagnosing anything else because, and like, I know like doctors and a surgeon, and they told me this, they're like, these people are like, in ERs and in hospitals and stuff now, they don't know how to diagnose everything because everything was determined to be COVID.
Right.
They were like, we have a whole crop of people that were useless coming out of college.
Yeah. Wow. I never thought about that.
Because everything was, everywhere you went, everything was COVID. Everybody needed to be on a ventilator. You know what I mean? It was just,
Yeah.
and hospitals were getting these huge kickbacks if they had people on ventilators.
Right.
So they were just putting people on ventilators, and like that's what happened to my mom. She wasn't physically fit enough to go on a ventilator. And it basically caused too much strain on her body, and she ended up having a brain aneurysm. It didn't have anything to do with, her illness or anything else.
Right.
So
Yeah.
it was a wild time. My grandma died in the hospital during COVID, and none of us could see her.
I think that's the wild,
Yeah.
that was the wild thing for me to see, like people going through things and what makes them get through these like hardships so often is support from the people around you that they couldn't have it.
Right.
And it was like, I don't really feel like I experienced that, but there was something about watching people go through that like angered me, I don't know. And it's crazy to see, I mean, it's a totally different shift, but to look at even just some of the things, like I think about now how much it's impacted even little things like stores not staying open late.
Yeah.
How many
That's a great
people have jobs from home now just because it became a thing. And so now people are like, oh, this isn't too bad of an idea. And, or even just, I mean, again, this is not like backed up by any statistics or research or data or anything like that. But in my humble opinion, it seems like there are a lot more people that are not working now. I don't know if it's just because they got used to staying home or what.
You could rent out an entire movie theater. I thought that was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
For like $100 or $150, you could rent out the entire movie theater and go see a movie. Like we did it like 5 times. Like, so, I mean, that was really cool. I think that's gone now. I think that just recently went away, but that it hung on for a little while.
Right.
Right. You can have alcohol delivered to your house now from DoorDash and things like that from restaurants.
Yeah, I remember when that started.
Yeah, when you could get at-home delivery of margaritas. That was like the best moment of COVID. It was like,
I just want to point out that I'm over here like, here are all the negative things about COVID. And you look at you being positive.
I know, it's weird.
What?
Yeah, I don't know if it's just that we have to disagree or... Yeah, I mean, there was, like I said, I hate the fact that stores are just closed now.
Yeah, same.
Like, I love my Home Depot runs at 11 o'clock at night when I needed something, or, a trip to Walmart at 3 a.m.
Right.
Like, I love that stuff. Giant Eagle, even when it used to be open like 24 hours, I could go get something whenever I wanted, and like they close at like 8 o'clock now.
Yeah, I remember when there were 24 hours Giant Eagle stores.
Yeah, it's insane.
It's a dream to even think of such a thing now.
Yeah. But the whole thing is you couldn't man it because nobody wants to work.
Right.
Like that is the amazing thing to me. We all used to complain about people being lazy. Like people have always complained about people being lazy. But since the pandemic, like the workforce is the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. Like we cannot maintain 68 people.
Mm-hmm.
It's a constant revolving door. You know what I mean? And like where you work in a trade, you know, you have to have skilled labor. And like, I'm looking at my skilled labor, like he's going to be too old to do that job in about 5 years. He's going to be too old to do this job in about a year, you know, and it's just like, you know, you're looking around, and you're like, there's nobody replacing these people anymore.
Right. Yeah.
And I don't fully think it's a generational thing, you know, because like, you know, we've talked about this before. Like we know somebody that was like in their 30s that came to work for me and they were worthless, you know, and they were like, this is backbreaking work. You know, this is the worst thing. You're working me like a slave. And I'm like, I don't think you realize what slave labor was. You know what I mean? It's like you're making more than a livable wage and working 8 hours a day and you get to go home. I don't think you realize what slavery was all about, but you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just, you know, I think that's a huge thing with COVID is it changed the workforce.
Yeah, I agree.
I can't say too much for my job had really changed. Well, has really changed because mostly the things that I was doing already, it was sort of on the way to like being able to do a lot of it remotely. And like the pandemic more or less kind of just like, okay, now we actually kind of have to do some of this stuff. So let's get on it now. And then now we can kind of pretty much do like 90% of our job remotely. And we do have some people that work fully remote, mostly like contractors that like that's their deal that they can do that. But I mean, I guess anybody that worked on a computer, they probably had a easy time making that shift. But
even in that regard, look at the shift back.
Yeah.
Right. Well, so, and this gets into the politics of things, which, I mean, everybody's entitled to their opinion, but like, there's a lot of things that like is nice to have people like come back to work and be able to see people at some sort of repetition. But there's still a lot of stuff that like we don't need to be here in this office right now. Like we're still getting stuff done like we always had. And I don't know. Some places, well, obviously didn't have a choice when it came to being able to work remotely or not. Obviously, if you're doing anything manual labor, yeah, you can't do that from home.
Right. No, I mean, but look at the people that jumped ship as soon as their company called them back. Like people were no longer paying for daycare. You know what I mean? Because they were home.
Right.
So, you know, that was a huge argument, you know, just different things like that. Like everybody adjusted so quickly in that 2-year span of COVID, which I'm just going to call it 20 to 22. But everybody adjusted so quickly to that life in that 2-year period. And now like coming back out of it, you know, like the call back to work, you know, people are like, well, I'm not doing that. I'm going to just find another job where I can work from home still.
Right.
You know, and I get it, like medical billing, telemarketing, you know, anything basically where you're just programming or doing something like that. You really don't need to be in an office. And for a company to downsize, their corporate structure, like, you know, their headquarters or the building that they're in or how many buildings they're in, it makes sense to consolidate that because people aren't asking for more money to work from home.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it makes sense to get rid of property or real estate that you're paying for that you're not utilizing. And that was my agreement with the government callback. So if a building is less than 60% occupied, good. I don't want to pay for it.
Right.
You know what I mean? As a taxpayer, I don't want that where my tax dollars to go. So get rid of that building. You know what I mean? Like if it's less than 60% occupied, that's great. Let those people work from home. That's great. You know? But the fact of people are like, you know, I'm not going to do anything other than work from home. Then I'm kind of like, okay,
yeah.
You know, it's like, I get the convenience factor of it, but you know, and I like some of the videos where people did weird things because they thought they weren't being seen on Zoom calls, you know, but, you know,
I was actually, the other day I called a company And I was talking to the lady, and all of a sudden this dog starts barking, and she's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I don't know why my dog started barking." And I was like, wow, like I was thinking she was like in an office somewhere. Like, no, she's still just at home. Like,
Yeah.
Right.
So with the vaccine portion of it, did you guys get vaccinated?
I did not.
Is that a non-disclosure
HIPAA.
thing?
I did not. I did not. We did not, because I do not get the flu
Mamalukes
vaccine.
podcast has not developed any policies or
Do we really put a
regulations.
disclaimer there for that? Like, I'm not telling you to go out and get
No,
the thing.
I don't know.
I'm just wondering if did you have to for work? Did you have to for personal reasons? Did you not get it? Did you?
My work offered it.
My work sort of like half mandated it. I mean, I don't really care to tell anybody. Yeah, I did get it. I can't even remember which brand it was.
Okay. Was it a 1 or a 2 part?
Just one.
Which arm did you get
That was
it in?
J&J.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy? I make baby shampoo and I put some shit in your body.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I cured the COVID, the vid.
I mean, obviously there's the whole theory of like, you know, these pharmaceutical companies or whichever kind of companies that could develop a vaccine. It's like, oh, we could make a lot of money doing that.
Can't imagine why they did it.
Yeah. Which again, don't like getting too political or too conspiracy theory on this podcast, but like you can see there were certain things that could have been going on. That wouldn't be too far-fetched.
I'm just like, I lived in my own little world. So I wanted to travel somewhere and I had to get the COVID vaccine. That was the cheaper that was the cheaper version
That's
from the hood.
I don't know. That sounds like the more expensive version to me.
COVID.
COVID.
Fancy as shit.
Anyway,
Black market vaccine.
Since I'm having a stroke and can't talk now.
You can't
Must
get
be
that
because we
around
were
here.
vaccinated.
You're laughing, but maybe.
Anyway, so I got the vaccine because I wanted to go to Boston at the time, and you could not enter Massachusetts without getting the vaccination. So I went and got it, and everybody's like, "Oh, I can't believe you did that. I can't believe you put that in you," you know, and all that stuff. I'm like, you know how much shit the military put in my body?
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
I didn't care. Like, between, you know, all the different vaccinations for school, which I'm perfectly fine. All the different vaccinations that I got in the military, I'm perfectly fine, except for the stroke and can't talk part. You know, I went and got it. I didn't get any side effects from it. I didn't, you know, my arm wasn't even sore. You know, like I didn't get sick. I didn't, you know, or anything. And I'm just like, you know, I think it's do what's right for you. But that was my thing. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, I don't get a flu vaccine every year because I don't need 10 different versions of the newest flu injected into my body. You know what I mean? But at the same time, you know, and I'm also from the generation, you know, we say we ate dirt.
Right.
You know what I mean? We drank from we drank from the hose, you know what I mean? So like it didn't bother me. You know, and I'm not also one of those people that's like, oh, there's mercury in the vaccine, and that's why everybody has autism.
But like,
everybody has autism because everybody has to be fucking diagnosed with something. That's why everybody has autism. Don't get me wrong, there are people out there that are like sick, but there's a fucking whole generation of people that has to be on medication because that's what somebody told them.
Mm-hmm.
It has nothing to do with getting the same vaccine that cured polio. You know what I mean? It's just like, whatever. But you know, that's an opinion.
Yep.
But I think, okay, the part that you said that resonated with me is like, let people do what they want. And I think it was funny because I was sitting here thinking, and you're like, so which one have you got the vaccine? And like instantly I like clammed up and I'm like, why do I feel like that? I don't care. Like, but it's just because, again, like I felt like if you did get the vaccine and you talked to the wrong person, they had so much to say about it. And it was just like,
Yep.
and if you didn't get the vaccine and you talked to the wrong person, they had so much to say about it. And
They
it's
didn't
like,
want to be around you. You couldn't enter
yes,
their
that's
house.
exactly right.
You couldn't do this.
But it was
You know,
more
it's
than that. It was more than that. It was more than just like, oh, I can't be around you, or like you're
You're
gonna get me
not
sick.
protecting everybody.
It is. It was like, how dare you? Like, what kind of monster are
Yeah,
you?
and I'm just like, if I'm gonna stay at home, why do you care?
right. And that's, I think, my point, like the whole thing, like not a lot of people had that attitude of like, do what you want. It was like, if you don't do what I am doing and think is right.
Yeah.
What is wrong with you?
Our previous conversation gets inserted into the podcast. Going back to that, my mom got the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. So it had a whole bunch of side effects for women. And they were more likely to get ill, and they could also have blood clots. And there was all these other things that were coming out about the Johnson & Johnson vaccine towards just women. My mom got that, found out about all the horrible side effects, and then ended up in the hospital. So it's like, did she have COVID and it made it extreme and that's why she went into the hospital like they thought? Or did this vaccination make my mom sick? She got sent to a hospital where everything was COVID and they treated her for something that she didn't actually have.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So there's a whole, thing with that too. It's like, I don't know. I'll never know. There's a million different questions that came of that pandemic. So
I had an aunt who got the vaccine and then had a stroke, and she's still struggling and not doing great.
Yeah. So, I mean, again, like I said, I took it and I'm perfectly fine, but a lot of that's just genetics. You know what I mean? Like I took a risk, I guess, by getting it, but at the same time, I was like, I've had a bunch of shit injected into my body,
or your previous vaccines are fighting against it.
Yeah,
maybe
protecting you.
Yeah, I think it was 35 years of smoking cigarettes. I think that's big pharma telling us we're all getting cancer from smoking, but we're not. Like I think it was keeping my body clean and burning everything out because, like, I was super
Christmas,
healthy.
Everybody.
Yeah. So
this is the part where I edit in. That's an opinion.
Yeah, I've said multiple times I have the minority opinion on a lot of things.
I'm gonna start smoking
and
again.
There's some humor to that, but at the same time, it's like I never got strep throat. I never got sick.
You never got strep throat?
No, not when I smoked.
I
what I mean. And it's like I was around people all the time. I was like, I'm just burning this shit out of my system, But it could also be because I've been inhaling plastic dust for almost 32 years now too. So, I think I'm just coated on the inside.
You have
Don't forget the Mountain Dew.
I have a lining around my organs. Yeah. And that, don't get me started on Mountain Dew. The lies told about that.
You heard it here. Mountain Dew and cigarettes will save you.
But I don't know. You know what I mean? It's just like, I think so much of it is just singular genetics. Like just, everybody's going to react to something differently.
Yeah.
I've taken all this stuff and never gotten sick, but I took an anti-inflammatory for a shoulder injury and almost died. You know what I mean? So it's just everybody's going to react to everything differently. And I think that they did rush the vaccine. And 3 companies put out their own version of it, which were very dissimilar.
Right.
But, yeah, whatever. But it could have been big pharma. It could have been other people. It could have been, how it was released. It could have been millions of different things. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it could have been the flu.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like it doesn't take much to drive people into a tizzy, especially if you use social media.
Yep.
You remember you were like afraid to cough. You're like, no, don't worry. It's not COVID. Nobody was allowed to have a regular cough.
Right.
Or sneeze.
Right.
Then,
yeah. I specifically remember instances of that where I knew I just had a regular cold because it didn't feel like it was anything different.
You could still smell.
Right. Yeah. Like there wasn't any weird symptoms or anything like that.
Did you have to go get tested at any point?
No, nothing like that.
I did have to get tested.
I didn't feel the need because I wasn't putting myself in a situation where like I was putting people at risk. Like in places where I needed to, I was still wearing a mask. My workplace situation, like if I was at my specific desk, my cubicle, I didn't have to have my mask on there, but anywhere else I had to walk around, I had to have it on. So like it was mostly pretty well managed.
Did you share a desk with a different shift or anything like that?
Nope. Nope, that was my desk.
See, my mom, like, that was one of the things we were concerned about because she actually shared desks with different people on different shifts.
See, yeah, I can understand. Well, so there is a different part of our building where that was a thing. And so, like, there were periods of time throughout that 2 years where they would have people, like, in between shifts, like, just going through and sanitizing everything. And it was a whole thing.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of that, try to get fucking Lysol toilet paper or hand sanitizer back then.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was one of the things you wanted to bring up, but the toilet paper shortage.
Yeah.
I mean, that was
Everybody thought that
Everybody
was just
was
going to be.
so funny. Like,
I think somebody should have made a toilet paper commercial saying, you know, now for COVID shits.
like if I would, like if I was
thought-
locked in my house alone, like how much toilet paper I could, you know, just buy a regular 12 pack of toilet paper and be perfectly fine. If I was
So
locked in my
He
house
would have
with Virginia
lasted
and Claire,
forever.
I would be like trying in a panic like everybody else and buy the farm, you know, it's just like,
Okay, I have to bring this up. I can't help myself. Matt the other day was like, he's like, so for the last however length of time it took you and Claire to go through this entire container of toilet paper, which is like the big pack.
yeah, you got to explain because it's the Sherman giant mega
the biggest one you
roll
can get. It's
thing
like 100
with 36
worth 144 rolls.
So it's like 144 rolls of toilet paper.
Something like
Right.
that. And Matt's like, and this, so I hoarded one.
Two.
Oh, was it two?
Yeah.
I thought it was
No,
only
I
one.
hoarded two.
Maybe you exaggerated. I feel like I remember
I feel like you
saying
remember
one.
how you wanted, but
Okay, he said two. He's like, I was putting one roll aside and just using that and watching how much you guys were using. And the time it took me to do 2 rolls, apparently, you guys used the entire pack.
36 rolls of toilet
And
paper
at
by two.
first I
and
was
the best
like,
part is that
nah.
I'm the only one that lives there 7 days a week.
But the part that's not fair is you don't have to wipe when you pee.
I'll give you that. But you're telling me it's 18 times the amount for people that live there part-time?
Do you know how many times a day do you pee, sir?
Oh, me?
Anybody?
I don't,
Any
at
sirs?
home?
I just had the thought
Like,
in my head.
I'm not
Most
home
guys
all the
don't have to
time,
wipe
it's
when
like-
they pee.
What
Sorry.
did you just say?
Yeah,
What
you,
did
you,
you just
you
say?
just you made the right comment.
What did he say?
I said most guys don't have to wipe when they pee.
Virginia, how many times a day do you pee?
I honestly,
That's what you get. That's what you get. Karma.
That is probably what I get for that comment.
I don't know that I've counted regularly, but I'm going to guess 4 maybe.
That's it. Oh yeah, you're a teacher. You got to hold it.
Yeah, I have a teacher
Well,
bladder.
here's the other thing too: is like she doesn't consume fluids like I do. Like I always have
I
something
consume
to drink.
water, but you
No,
consume
you
Mountain
drink like
Dew it's your job.
you drink a glass of water to my 13 drinks. Like I
That's
mean,
probably true.
Okay.
so that's totally
Anyway.
different in genetic as well. I mean, you're generalizing, but if you know, like I'm saying, between these two people, that when they go into the bathroom, you hear the toilet paper roll go. And then 2 seconds later, you hear.
I also have this theory that Matt's toilet paper roll is the loudest one I've ever heard in my freaking life. And I think he does it
He
on
does-
purpose.
he
I
does
just
it
hear
on purpose.
money. I just hear money. Every time she pulls
like-
it, I just hear fucking money.
Cha-ching,
Like,
cha-ching,
she comes out of the bathroom. I'm like, God damn, you got paper money.
You're
Like-
expensive. Your ass is
Whoa,
expensive.
for
her
the record,
usage
I
of
will
paper
also
towels
say-
and her usage of toilet
I
paper. It's
feel
like,
like
man,
I have-
you're a rich fucking person. I'll tell
I
you. It's
feel like I have contributed a decent amount to your paper money.
it took 2 years of constant hounding to where now she supplies the toilet paper in the
yeah,
house.
because I was traumatized because every time I go out of the bathroom, he's like, man.
Matt
you
needs
just hear the
a.
thing.
So then
It's
I'm
like a
like-
cat playing on the fucking toilet paper roll in there when she goes to the bathroom.
Babe, you're distracted.
We're good. I'm supported.
And you're gonna fall.
I'm good. I'm good.
You need
I'm-
a.
The headphones
I'm-
fell off. You're going
I
next.
I kid you not right now.
You need
I
a-
just have my YouTube short frame on right now, and I'm just like, yep, I got this. Yep.
Well, I'll tell you what. If you do fall out of that chair, because I'm not gonna lie, my teacher brain is like, that's what you get if that happens. All 4 on the floor. That's what we say, sir.
All 4?
Yeah.
You
like
want us
hands
to
and feet?
She's telling her kids to get
walk
on all
around?
fours.
So he's whoa.
Okay. Anyway.
All 4 legs of the chair.
Okay, I'm like, wait. Whew.
But
This YouTube short still hasn't ended yet.
It's just a clever little rhyme that we use. But no students have ever misinterpreted it. Like somebody over here.
Hey.
Oh, so back to the whole toilet paper shortage.
Shortage. Did you get vaccinated?
Do you sort your toilet paper?
Back to the toilet paper shortage and people buying all the fucking toilet paper.
Uh-huh.
I felt like Miss Cleo because I had the inside scoop. I had friends in Italy who were like, hey, like this is going down. So I literally called like my closest friends. I was like, go buy what you need. And they're like, what are you talking about? I'm like, just go do it. And they're like, oh my God, I love you. Because then there was a hella shortage on everything because people panic bought whatever they
There was
could.
a shortage because you told all your friends to go buy it.
No, they didn't overbuy.
You incited it. Like,
No. So that was pretty
Chicken
cool.
or the egg?
what about the homemade hand sanitizers?
Oh,
Do you guys have to deal with that because you couldn't find hand sanitizer anywhere?
here's my whole
not, but
thing.
that's
Do you
funny.
guys all use hand sanitizer? Because I do not.
I don't usually. Like if I have the
Not-
option between washing my
not
hands or
very
sanitizer.
Every time at work, I have a bottle. It's actually sitting at the receptionist's desk. And every time I shake somebody's hand after an interview, I just stick my hand out and she pumps it into my hand and then I walk it and walk away. It's
That's
like a
funny.
whole thing. It's like,
I only use hand sanitizer if I can't wash my hands.
Yeah.
But I
Same. I
usually
prefer to
don't
wash
use
it.
it.
Right. Yeah.
Mm-mm. But there's
So-
people addicted to hand sanitizer.
yeah.
This is another question. At what point, like how many years have gone by since you threw all of your masks away? Like how long did it take you to throw them away? Because I actually remember when I threw it away, I think it was like last year. I
think
found
might-
this like basket full of masks and I was like, well,
I think I might still have mine. I
I'm
had
talking
nice
about, like-
ones.
like the cloth ones or whatever you had.
Okay.
The reusable, washable
I might have
ones.
like a couple. Like,
yeah. I think I might still have a couple.
I got rid of all of them.
not because I'm like, oh, there could be another pandemic, but just for like,
Something
if I'm
to pass-
working with something that I like, I don't know. What were we working on the one time I felt the need to, oh, we were staining this, I think. Was it that?
Something to pass down to the grandkids.
Were you sanding it maybe?
No, I don't think it was. I think it
You were
was,
wearing it for stain?
yeah, because it smelled so bad.
My pizza pandemic mask.
You know that doesn't work for odor, right?
Cat boxes.
It
Dust,
helped a
maybe
little
something
bit.
with dust.
Yeah.
Were we
Um,
sanding this maybe?
No, you said staining.
I don't know if
I was
it
trying
was
to help
this.
him out.
I don't,
Okay.
never mind.
No, I just
Ignore
like picking
me.
on you because you did that.
You think-
I
you think-
remember you doing it and I laughed then.
To your point,
Okay. Well,
is it going to be like a thing like where you pull out
You're
like,
like, it helps. And it's
This
like kind
is
of
a
pulling your shirt up when
nostalgia.
somebody
this is a
farts, right?
cassette
Yeah.
tape.
Yeah.
Here's my COVID mask.
Yeah, my pizza pandemic mask. Also, back to the if you got COVID or not. I did have COVID, and then I got a fancy little paper in the mail, put it in my scrapbook.
From like Stark County telling you had a quarantine for 10
Yeah.
days or something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah, I
Don't
got
forget about the quarantine.
I got one
Yeah.
saying that I had to quarantine because I came in contact with somebody that had COVID because they got diagnosed with COVID and gave them my name.
maybe I don't remember
insane.
that
Can you
quite
please
as
stop?
much.
It's very
Sorry,
distracting.
I'm trying to throw everybody off because
Okay, you're gonna trip.
Here.
I'm good. I'm good.
What the
I'll
fuck are
sit.
you doing?
There you go.
You have ants in your pants?
No, get that out of here. What do I look like?
Like,
Gen
is this-
Alpha?
Is this not distracting?
Kinda.
I'm trying to look at the people because I can't see the people over there. And
Some
you're like,
people might. But I,
Whatever, you're usually looking
I'm
at your
still
phone
having
the
a
whole
stroke.
podcast.
Yeah.
when I'm not talking, yeah.
When you guys are talking, yeah, I am looking at my phone. Boring ass motherfuckers.
Yeah, boring ass motherfuckers.
I think I found my
I
clip.
like how you exaggerate everything.
I don't think that's
I got my
exaggerating.
clip view on right now.
I can't. Well, listen. Think about it. I can't see you. Okay. So like I'm leaning back looking at Matt half the
I know.
time, and I feel like
every once in a while, Lucas is
Or I'm like
talking.
this.
Lucas is talking, and
I'm
I
gonna
see
follow
Alysha
Luke.
like pop out a little bit, and I'm always like, "Hey, Alysha."
yeah. So anyway, that's why
I
that's
always
really
get self-conscious
distracting
about
because I have
being
to
in the
look at
middle
it.
between all these conversations.
So what did you mean by Amazon and online ordering trend?
Like that it skyrocketed because everybody's at home and you can't go shop in store, and like that's the delivery services and everybody ordering like the Instacart all their groceries, and then people still are doing that. Like fuck it, deliver it. I don't want to go to the store.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
If I can not go to Sam's Club, especially since we have the second busiest distribution in the country, if I cannot go there, I will definitely order. I'll pay somebody $20 to bring
Tuesday.
that shit to my
Yeah.
house.
What day was that? Tuesday. We went to Sam's Club and it wasn't busy.
Was it like during
That
the
was
day?
last week. Yeah.
What time was that?
What time was it?
Yeah.
Like 5 or 6?
No, that's
Tuesday.
actually pretty good.
Tuesday at 5. Go
Tuesday
to
at
Sam's Club.
5.
It wasn't
Wow.
busy.
I'd still rather have it delivered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you guys ever do like
I got to drive south of the airport to go there.
ordering groceries and like going to the store and then having them set in the back of your car?
I've never
somebody.
had that.
I always get out and help them.
Okay. So you did do that though.
Yeah,
Okay.
I still do that too. Like if I'm on the way home from picking up Claire or something, it's like
Oh.
a Friday. I'm like, I'll stop
Babe,
there and
you
get
can
that.
talk about your DoorDash order.
My DoorDash
You
order.
want to take a picture of it?
Which DoorDash
We
order?
kill DoorDash drivers
Dairy
around
Queen.
here, or at least handicap them.
Do you want to take a picture of it? No, it's my DoorDash order. Okay, there we go.
Oh, yeah. This is not COVID related, but this just the other day, and since we were talking about DoorDash, we placed a DoorDash order, and so we go to pick up the food, and I walk in. There's like 6 people just doing their own thing. I'm standing there like, I know you guys see me. Like, hello.
Hello.
I didn't actually say anything out loud, but I like made myself pretty obvious. Eventually, this guy walks up and he's like, "Oh, do you have a DoorDash order?" I was like, "Yeah." Tell him my name. He's like, "Oh, okay. Yeah. You got 2 bags here. Okay." And so he's like, "Oh, all right. So here's everything. And well, it's a DoorDash order, so you need to." I was like, "Do you need to see my order just to verify it's my order?" He's like, "No, just go ahead and take your picture." I'm like, "What do I need to take a picture for? Like, this is my DoorDash order." He's like, "What do you mean? Like, you have to take a picture for the person that so they can see that you picked it up." I'm like, "I did a pickup order on DoorDash." He's like, "But wait, hold on. This is a DoorDash order." I'm like, "Yes, it's for me. I'm not delivering it to anybody. It's for me." He's like, "Oh, whoa, like people do that?" I'm like, "Just happened." Like,
Some places you have to do that.
right. It just took like,
I
but
mean,
I can't be the
you
only
have to use
person that's
DoorDash
ever
as a
done.
service.
I can't be the only person that's ever done a pickup order.
Okay,
I've
wait,
DoorDash.
never,
okay. Let me ask you this though.
I've never DoorDashed.
Okay,
Virginia?
because maybe this is
You've never
gonna
used
make
the
me look like a
service, or
complete
you've
idiot?
Never actually gone out and
But the
delivered
whole
people's
time you're
Either
telling this
or.
story, I was thinking in my head, why would you pick up your own DoorDash order? I really was because okay, don't you have to? This is what my
She
where
works
my
Why
mind
would
went.
you say that? You know I
She-
do that all the time.
She works at Dairy Queen.
You do it through DoorDash? Don't you have to pay a bunch extra for DoorDash?
If
No.
you have it delivered.
But it's no extra if you pick
some
it up.
places you have to use DoorDash now. They
Yeah.
use that as their
Or-
ordering system.
Right.
Or they have like a Grubhub thing that you have to order
Okay.
online.
Mhm.
Okay,
Right.
then it's not that unusual. But I was thinking that you had to pay more, and I'm like, why would you do it through DoorDash when you can just order the food straight through them?
Well, because
Right.
Dairy Queen doesn't have an online ordering
Well,
system.
and that's,
Okay.
do they not? I
don't
actually
think
don't
so.
know.
I don't think
Okay.
so.
They do on the app.
Okay.
Oh, the app.
Yeah.
Now
Well-
everything has a fucking
Well,
app now.
actually,
And
right?
everything does
that's
have
my
an app.
point
Yeah.
is that
Is
I
that a
don't have
COVID
the
thing too?
interest in making 7 different accounts for whatever place I want to pick up food when
just
I
wanna
just
do it all
have
through
DoorDash.
DoorDash is a great source.
Everybody's there.
Okay, well that makes sense as long as you don't
So-
have to pay extra. But I was thinking you were paying more. That's why.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe that's what he was thinking.
I can't believe he works there and didn't know what the fuck it was. Because, like, I mean, it's not an uncommon occurrence at all.
Yeah, but he's like
And it's
12.
even-
so.
Took your
Well,
picture.
not that people.
I would have been like, okay,
Maybe I should have.
look at me in this Mamalukes.
That's what you should have said. Come here, brother. Get
here,
on in
Mamalukes.
here.
Oh, you like selfies? I did have an
I want
Amazon
to go
order
back there
one time.
and do it. And he'd be like, I've seen that before.
I'm gonna start asking people like, do you know who the fuck I am? No, you don't. Okay, bye.
That's
See?
I had 1,800 views on Facebook last month.
I'd be getting another 1,800 more after this. I don't know.
I'm somebody, damn it.
Yeah. So during the
I've got
pandemic,
the virus. I mean, I'm viral.
I definitely used DoorDash, and I definitely got, what is it called? Dash Pass.
Yeah.
Or Premium.
For
Because it was like,
$9.99, you get like $5 off of every order, plus you get your
well,
maintenance fees taken
Not
off.
a
I mean,
sponsor.
you get your $10 back like right away,
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't it? Yeah. You didn't have.
but they mark up their food 175%.
Right,
So like
yeah.
$1.59 taco is like $4. But
Well, I guess that's what I was thinking.
Well, you can tell, or at least the places that I was ordering from, like when you changed your order from pickup to delivery, just like your whole, you changed it over and just like all the prices just all went up. I'm like, okay. How close is this place? And I changed it back to pickup. I'm like, I'm just going to go get it.
that's how they pay.
Sometimes.
That's how they pay you the 3% premium that you get for being the deliver, or the $3 minimum you get for every order that you pick up as being a driver.
Right. Yeah. I mean, there were some times where I actually considered it. I'm like, yeah, actually, I'm just going to go get it because this is actually a, kind of a racket to get this delivered. For
I think you can get one more actually in there.
one more.
One more.
What?
Anyway,
Sorry, I did that to Virginia too. You said actually like 4 times.
on my
welcome to my world.
next topic.
But mine is usually like,
Like,
Yeah,
Like.
actually. But
like actually,
so
that was a good transition,
Anyway.
Alysha.
screw up your train of thought.
like actually, another point is mental health conversations have been expanded. Now you can talk to professionals online
in case you can't talk good,
Yeah.
actually,
because mental health matters, and when
it
you're
does. It does.
transitioning to staying home and
Going
all
back
of
to work.
What?
So what are your thoughts on that? Like briefly, because I know we're well into this topic, but do you agree with not having to go see somebody to get mental health? Like, is that enticing people to do it, or is it like a negative effect because you don't get the interpersonal part of it? Or is it just like the convenience factor? You
I
think
was
more
just-
people were doing
I was
it?
literally in my head saying convenience factor.
Yeah.
But I feel like it would be good to sit in front of somebody and personally connect in person. But
See, if I could type it and not have to
But-
look at anybody, I would probably do it.
Well, and usually you're not typing. It's usually like a.
I know. I understand. That's
Oh.
why I'm saying I don't do it. It was a joke.
Oh.
Thank you
Do
for explaining
are
it,
you
though.
guys
But
familiar?
I was just gonna say I've done it both ways. Like I've had
Have
counseling
you?
in person.
Actually,
Like whatever.
has.
Like, actually, have you guys heard of agoraphobia? You
yeah,
know what that
Yeah.
is? Yeah. So I feel like COVID helped,
yeah. Everybody
Fuck
say that they
people
have
up.
agoraphobia, so they don't have to deal with the public.
yeah. But I mean,
It might have actually helped people that had that problem, but I think it created the excuse. It's another excuse. Like that's what I think with that.
yeah,
But-
well, for people who actually have it, I feel like the online.
yeah, that's what I said.
would be
But that
good
was
for
few
them.
and far between. Like now everybody's like, well, I don't like dealing with people. Like,
Yeah.
it took a lot of
Socially awkward.
It definitely took a lot of people's abilities to actually have a conversation. And this goes back to the internet in general. but it took people's ability to have a conversation in person away even further. Like, I think it progressed it even faster because like, there's a lot of people that couldn't sit here and have this conversation without getting angry or something because I had a difference in opinion. You know what I mean? Yep. Like she was saying, even, you know, like the whole vaccine thing, you're like, I got the vaccine. You're like, what do you mean you got the fucking vaccine? You know what I mean? So it's like, but it was just like, you know, it's the internet's a part of that, but I feel like this progressed it faster.
Right.
You know, everybody being at home and everybody was a doctor.
What was your favorite part of COVID? And the pandemic.
Home delivery.
That's a crazy
of
question. Wow.
Home delivery of margaritas.
Yeah, I have that one written down.
Yeah, I know. I'm just
to go margaritas.
I agree.
What a life.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think.
What a time to be alive there.
Favorite part.
I know my favorite part. I'm
Not being around people was great too.
Yeah.
I don't like people.
I think that Matt would be with me on this one, but the social distancing part is I hate when people are in line and they're so close to me.
If stores could have stayed open, I would have COVID all the time. You know what I mean? Like if I could still go to a store at 11 or 12 o'clock at night and that wouldn't have changed, I would have COVID all the time. Like I don't like people. I don't like talking to people. You know, you didn't have to interact with as many people and stuff like that. There wasn't as many people out on the roads. People working from home reduced some traffic, which was nice for a while.
Yeah.
You know, like being the only essential person within 5 miles, you know, like my neighborhood's never essential. They're just a bunch of fucking meth heads and old retirees. But like, you know, so I'm like one of two people that gets up and goes to work every day. So it's a little bit different, but, yeah, I liked everything about COVID. I really did. Like I said, getting shit delivered to my house, you know, not having to talk to people. The internet thing was probably a high negative about it, you know, because everybody was a doctor and everybody had an opinion, and all of a sudden now we have to listen to everybody's opinions. But yeah, I mean, people getting sick and dying was horrible.
Right.
You know, so, you know, I'm not saying I want another COVID to happen. I'm just saying for my personal experience, my little tiny bubble, you know, that I was in, like, I thought it was great.
Yeah. I traveled a lot. I took Mina after my grandma passed away.
Yeah, think about all the people that got outdoors and were like kayaking and hiking and doing all these things that, you know, they didn't do, you know. It's
I thought that was a huge positive.
It was like the second big wave. Pokemon Go was number one and then COVID was number two. People were getting outside, you know.
That's probably the only thing I can think of. I did not enjoy COVID at all. There was nothing I enjoyed about it, really.
No, it made your job harder.
Yeah, but yeah, that's exactly right. It made my life harder. And I'm naturally an introvert, but I still think interaction with people is important.
She likes to call people and order food still.
Yeah, I'm so old school. Like I've never DoorDashed anything.
Yeah.
I've never done an online order.
I've never had
groceries
to people
delivered to my house.
Picks it up.
Yeah, I haven't either.
Ugh.
Well, that makes me feel better.
You said online ordered specifically. You mean food, right?
Or like groceries. Yeah, I've never done any of that.
No, I haven't done that either.
Yeah.
I did that Saturday.
And I'm a caller, and I think it drives people crazy.
A caller.
I am. I'm like,
I mean,
why don't you call me?
I'm like, excuse me, can I please talk to an actual person?
That's one of the small reasons that I keep her around is
true.
because
he's like, hey,
can you I need you to call this person and do this.
I think
we were
in
the car today, and I was like, hey, call Splash Car Wash and see if they have power.
And I did. And I think that's the thing is like I have two very specific skill sets. Maybe three that you're having.
This is not a quote from Taken.
Okay,
this is literally two things that she's excellent at.
Okay. I don't know.
I have a very set of special
whatever.
skills.
Anyway, they include so I can specify
and not my life very wonderful for you.
I call places for Matt, and I return things for him. Mm-hmm. And I clean the cat litter box.
Oh, 3. I didn't even think there's 3. There's 3 things. Holy crap. I didn't give you enough credit.
She doesn't even live there.
And I would say dishes, but I don't count that one because how it works is Matt cooks.
Do you want to come clean our cat boxes? These are your cats.
I didn't say I enjoy it.
She just said she's good at it.
Hey, you know, she said she just does it.
While
Yeah, I
you're
just
here,
do it. I didn't say I
And
was
it's
good
not,
at
it's
it.
not like if
While
my
you're
house
here,
It's
stunk.
not hard to be.
It's
good
not like
at
my
it.
house stunk because of kitty litter or anything like
No,
that. She just doesn't like hearing me down in the bathroom or the basement going the whole time. I'm fine.
Oh God.
Do not make that a fucking thing.
A YouTube short?
Yeah.
Welcome to our podcast.
I'm just gonna stay here in my head and keep all that to myself.
Anyway, back to the nature part. COVID taught us, amongst all of the induced panic, that if you stepped out into nature, everything was fine. I loved that part.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like going outside either.
I love everything outside.
Another thing about the vaccine is I thought it was very strange when they were offering to pay you to get it. That's fucking weird.
Yeah, you got a $5 Walgreens coupon.
Yeah.
Spin it in my
Some
store.
perks were better than
Let
other
me
places.
stab you.
Yeah. It got higher as the vaccinations were dropping. You got better benefits.
Or the people, they're like, fuck, all these people are dying. Come get some more stabbies.
Stabbies.
We got the fourth generation stabby over here. Come get this one. Are you updated?
Missed opportunity to call them stabbies, though. Vaccine sounds scary. Who wants a stabby?
I'd probably pick the vaccine over stabby. I'm just saying.
Just a little jabby stabby.
And then that your employers were strong arming you into get it. I really thought that was
Ours
fucked
weren't.
up.
Ours were. My employer was just like, yeah, do what you want to
I
do.
feel bad for all the people in the medical field that were like, you have to get it because you're in it. You know?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they definitely did. Yeah.
Shout out to all the healthcare workers.
Mm-hmm.
That was one thing that was funny about our company though. It was like the don't ask, don't tell policy. You know
Ours
what I mean?
was like that too.
They were like, we don't care what you do, but you're not allowed to talk about it. Don't discuss it.
And like everybody like eventually got COVID, and I'm like, see, I think this is why you should wear masks. Maybe.
Oh, you guys didn't even have the mask mandate?
We didn't have anything.
Wow.
That was actually illegal.
No, we were essential too.
Yeah, but even as essential, it was actually
Well, it was
illegal.
a shady place.
Mm.
They were the fuck it people.
Yes.
Yeah, they don't give
We
a
were
fuck about you.
That
Yeah.
category for sure.
That category.
So why were you guys essential? What
Oh,
was your claim?
Floral supply warehouse.
Floral? Like,
That's
yeah,
essential.
So we made the casket saddles. So
oh.
also how
All the people that are dying from COVID, we got
how you
make
have
sure we
injection
still make those.
mold machines, right?
No,
At your work?
no,
Oh well, we had those. So
Yeah.
they mass produced those
no. We made
because people were dying.
we made plastic that was used in the medical field.
Oh, okay.
So
Hmm.
we had a thing that was like 0.5% of our business that we did that was in because of that we were essential.
And my last thing on my list is living in Ohio, having Amish communities. Did they even know there was a pandemic? I would love to talk to somebody about it.
I don't
I'm
think
sure
that they
to
could
some
have.
degree they would have had to have known, because anytime they would have seen
They just seen people
Every
walking
time they
around
went to-
with
driving in
masks.
cars with
Well-
masks on.
Well, no, I mean every time they went to
Like, what's that
Walmart.
guy doing? That's weird.
Yeah.
I mean, because they're always in Walmart, so every time they went to Walmart,
Yeah,
they would
that's
have had to have worn a mask and stayed 6 feet apart, unless it was with the people that they came with.
But think about how it didn't affect them as it did us. You know what I mean? They weren't
What was it?
forced. They weren't forced.
There was a thing with the Amish that happened here in Ohio. Like somebody got hit with a car or something, and they blamed it on. Oh, that's what it was. When they were counting the COVID-related deaths, a drunk driver in a truck hit a Amish carriage, and they claimed that as a COVID death. And
How?
that came because every time
He had
everybody
COVID,
died,
but
Oh.
because
the
he had
underlying cause was he was drunk.
yeah. So because he had COVID. Which whatever, but all of their deaths were COVID related when it came out on the report. Yeah, there's your big business, big pharma thing for you. But yeah.
And my closing thing is attaching meaning to dates that coincide with big events.
Like Friday the 13th.
Like Friday the 13th and 6 years ago.
It was crazy. I didn't know that it started on the Friday the 13th.
It was like the 11th, but in Ohio it was the 13th. So
We're always
6
a little
years.
bit behind.
So 6 years later, like, let's hope the next big event is something positive for the people and for our world. May we never have to go through a pandemic again.
No stabbies.
No stabbies.
How you called it a pandemic too. Nice little undertow there.
Sorry. I gotta get my stabs in somehow.
Well, for those of you that are still with us.
we have no listeners now. Fucking
have fun editing that.
Thanks.
And the nomination for the next topic is the Oscars.
Wow. Let's do it. Let's do it.
There you go.
Beautiful.
Copyright strike. That's okay. I only played 5 seconds. Fair use or something like that. That's not how that works. Anyway, go ahead.
Well, as Alysha previously mentioned, a friend of ours gave us both some suggestions for topics.
Does that mean she's watching?
Shout out to Rachel
No,
if
she
you're
does
watching.
Not. She's
doesn't
just
even watch.
bossy.
She just knows you guys are on a podcast. Like, you should talk about this.
She was just being helpful and trying to give some ideas,
I
which
did
I
it.
appreciate. So this one's for you, Rachel.
Yeah, she needs to have some ideas about her relationship advice, but you know.
Do you think that she will watch this one because we both took her advice?
No. But time will tell, you never know.
We tried.
All right. So this Sunday is the 98th Oscars, and it is going to be hosted by Conan O'Brien. And we talk about a lot of movies on here. And so I wanted to look at the nominations for the Best Picture. So there are 10 nominations. And out of the 10, I personally have seen 2 only. So I think that's very interesting. And I was curious how many you guys had seen. So I'm going to go ahead and go through the list. They are Begonia, or is that how you say it?
Begonia.
Begonia.
I don't know.
F1, Frankenstein, Hamnet, Marty Supreme, One Battle After Another, The Secret Agent, Sentimental Value, Sinners, and Train Dreams.
Where's Dracula?
Right?
I've seen this many.
Where, Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die is in 2026.
What is the Secret
right?
Agent?
What's
Can you
that?
pull that up?
Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die is 2026.
Yeah, it says Begonia.
Well, then why is it nominated
I think
as
that was
2025?
considered last year as well.
It's an overlapping thing anyway.
Is it?
Yeah, it's not like it's not only the year of 2025. I don't think so anyway. I thought it was like an overlapping
I don't
thing.
know how that works either, to be honest.
Okay.
Well,
I think it's just the award ceremony takes place in 2026, so this is the 2026 Oscars.
but I think it's films in 2025, I believe. I thought. Well,
We'll figure that out.
while Lucas looks that up, I'll tell you some other fun trivia. Does anybody know why it's called the Oscars?
Named after somebody named Oscar?
Wait. Is that a mini trivia question?
Yeah, mini trivia question.
Oh,
Did you know I was going to do that?
No, but
Wow.
anytime, because we've
Way to
done
be
this
prepared.
before.
I can't help myself.
It was something new. Yeah.
Yeah, impressive. All right. Well,
That's my man.
it was sort of named after somebody. It says it's primarily because Margaret Herrick, the Academy's librarian and later executive director, remarked in the 1930s that the statuette resembled her uncle Oscar.
You are correct, by the way. The movie has to be made in 2025 for the 2026 Oscars.
Which is kind of silly. So when was Begonia?
Obviously, 2025.
What, like December 30?
I don't know.
Had to have been.
Well, yeah, it said it released in the U.S. in October, so.
Okay.
Interesting.
We didn't watch it until streaming, so it's
True.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Okay, so how many of those 10 have you guys seen?
None.
None of them?
None.
0.
6.
6?
Can I see this? Matt's over here like all of them.
No, just 6.
So what are the 6 you've seen?
Begonia, F1, Frankenstein, One Battle After Another, Sentimental Value, and Sinners.
Okay.
Hmm.
So, I mean, primarily, you don't really necessarily need a synopsis of each, but Begonia we have talked about on the podcast last time we were here. Thank you. And then F1 obviously is like a racing movie. Frankenstein is pretty self-explanatory, if you know. Although when I look, because I hadn't seen it, it said something about. I was confused because it said something about imparting life to inanimate objects. Is that a thing Frankenstein does?
Frankenstein was an inanimate object.
Oh, I see. Oh, okay. That
I'm
makes
sorry.
more
The
sense.
monster of Frankenstein was an
Right,
inanimate
yeah.
object.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. It's actually Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. So
Okay.
it's like the original story retold. So.
I see. Okay. Hamnet actually tells the story of. Are you doing that or am I doing
You're
that?
doing that.
Okay, I don't know what I'm doing here.
just Not getting blamed. Hamnet's what now? Steven
Hamnet
Spielberg?
is the story of William Shakespeare and Agnes Shakespeare who lose their 11-year-old son, Hamnet, from the plague. That's what it kind of goes off of. Marty Supreme is a drama about a narcissist who's also a very talented table tennis hustler trying to be the best. One Battle After Another, Leonardo DiCaprio plays Bob Ferguson, a drug addict living off the grid with his daughter. The Secret Agent is a former professor navigating the intense paranoia of the 1977 military dictatorship. And then I skipped over Sentimental Value, but since you have seen it, can you tell us a little bit about it?
Keep going because these are great.
Are they all wrong?
They're interesting. It's
I'm just
it's
giving
tough.
it a very brief, like what kind of they like
You want? Let's see what Google says about that.
what sentimental value?
Yeah. Go ahead, keep going.
So Sinners is like a vampire horror film. It was very interesting. That's one of the ones I've seen. That one in Begonia, and then Train Dreams is about an American logger and railroad laborer who loses his wife and daughter in a wildfire, and the film focuses on his extreme loneliness and grief. So Sentimental Value says, where am I looking?
The highlighted portion.
Oh, I see. Sisters Nora and Agnes reunite with their estranged father, Gustav, a once renowned director who offers Nora a role in what he hopes will be his comeback film. That's pretty good, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, those are the 10. Thank you. And I don't have any what's authority to say what's great and what's not really because I've only seen 2 of them. But I do think it's interesting, and I know people like to make predictions. So if you've seen them, feel free to let us know who you think is going to be the winner of the best film, best picture.
Is that Hamnet?
Yeah.
I think that's going to be the winner.
That's actually what Rachel said.
Because Pippa is an extremely popular name. It was in Tell Me Lies. There was a character named Pippa.
Mm-hmm.
What's the show that I watched?
That's what you're basing this off of?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pattern recognition, the name Pippa.
What do the critics think?
The critics are saying that it is probably between One Battle After Another and Sinners for Best Picture. And the only one of those I've seen is Sinners. And honestly, even both of the 2 that I've seen on here, it leaves me questioning what they're thinking when they're choosing these, honestly. Because Begonia, we've talked a little bit about that on the podcast, and it was definitely an interesting one. Not one I would say should be on this list probably. And Sinners got a lot of like praise. But I thought it was a very weird film. And I thought, I don't really know the right words to say for it. I didn't enjoy it all that much. And although like the reviews of it and everything, I would disagree with. I think a lot of people like praised that film, and I just don't think it was all that great. And I know Matt has some opinions, and since you've seen more movies, share with us.
I kept it brief, so I only wanted to talk about the two that you said that the critics think should win, which was Sinners and One Battle After Another. So Sinners is about a couple of bootleggers with a history in a small town, and they come back to that small town and throw a party. It's highlighted by the scene of a black local guy who is infatuated with these criminal people that come back to the town. I think they're cousins or something. So while they're having this party, some foreign white vampires show up singing folk songs that are very contrary to the music that's being played inside of the party, and it draws people's attention, and then it turns into a vampire movie. The whole everybody must be invited into the house trope is used pretty predominantly in the movie. So like everybody that's inside having the party, you know, they play on that like a ton, like because as people go outside, they get turned into a vampire, and then they're trying to get back in, and they have to be invited in type thing. So it leads to like that very traditional vampire part. I thought it was a fun movie, and actually I enjoyed the music on both sides. I thought the people that performed in the movie were actually pretty talented. Like the singing and stuff like that was really good, but like it's just a horror vampire movie, and it wasn't bad. You know what I mean? In that aspect of it, it wasn't bad, but it's being critically acclaimed. Like 30 Days of Night is actually like one of the best vampire movies ever. Was not up for an Academy Award for Best Picture or an Oscar for Best Picture. You know what I mean? So that's why this movie is up there. It's just because of the racial undertones of the movie. One Battle After Another is a slow moving, boring movie. I mean, this is a 2 hour and 45 minute movie that's very slow moving. So it's the leads is like she said, Leonardo DiCaprio is an age activist who's addicted to being drunk or high all the time. He's the comic relief of the movie. It's really based off of this radical Hispanic woman who fucks a person who's running an internment camp, and their weird little relationship and their love child. And Leonardo DiCaprio is actually like his girlfriend or whatever, who is this Hispanic radical. It's her kid, and Leo's raising their love child like it's his own. And she calls him dad and everything else. But Sean Penn is a really weird character in this movie. Like his role is extremely weird. He's a pervert. And like his whole interaction with her is like really, really weird. I don't know how else to put it. Like if you haven't seen it, it's kind of hard to describe, but like when she first meets him, like she starts yelling at him and he gets hard and she points it out. And there's like this whole weird little sexual chemistry thing between the two of them, but she hates him because he's running like this Hispanic people internment camp, you know, like they're about to deport all these people, and he's the one in charge of keeping them all in cages and stuff like that. And they're this radical group that's trying to like, you know, release all these people or free all these people or do different things, but they're like a low budget radical group. So it flashes to like 15 or 18 years later or something like that. And Leonardo DiCaprio is just like this like crazed out dude living in his house trying to live off the grid. Like you're not allowed to have a cell phone. They'll track your cell phone calls. You're not allowed to do this, but he's not actually crazy because they really are doing all these things, you know? But his whole role in it is actually kind of funny. So there's a whole other thing with Sean Penn's character where he gets like recruited by this white supremacist organization that's like controlled by senators and people of power and stuff like that. And the reason that he's so interested in finding this girl is because he finds out that she's possibly his kid. And if this white supremacist group finds out that it's his child, then they won't let him join because they'll find out that he had a relationship with a Hispanic woman.
Huh.
And that becomes the primary driver of the last 45 minutes to hour of the movie. So
it's almost 3 hours long.
Yeah. And Benicio del Toro was great in the movie. Like, if you know who that is, like he plays
the guy who looks like Brad Pitt, but Hispanic.
I wouldn't say that. I don't know.
No.
Maybe you think he does.
Yeah, he looks just like Brad Pitt.
Kind of, yeah.
He looks like Bad Pitt. He looks like Brad Pitt's older Hispanic brother.
Okay.
This picture
I've always thought that.
The most reminiscent out of everything here.
Or look at the one in the bottom right.
Yeah, a little bit.
Or like his Hispanic cousin.
Okay.
Anyway.
His brother from another mother. I don't know. But
it's a Charlie Sheen, Emilio Estevez.
But they're actually brothers and don't look anything alike.
But they have the same dad, right?
Yeah.
But one has a fancy name.
Okay.
You could cut it out. Never mind.
No, that's fine. So Mexican Brad Pitt plays a great role.
Yes.
Like he Benicio del Toro always plays like an off character. Like he always plays like some kind of like, just it's not a normal person in everything that he does. And he's always really quirky, I guess is the best way to put it, and things like that. And he plays that kind of a role in this. And like he's leading this underground, but is like a karate instructor. So it's really funny, like how he plays, and like him and Leo drive the movie, because of how they play off each other and they're kind of funny together and stuff.
Right.
But it's not even the premise of the movie. Like even in the poster, it's like Leonardo DiCaprio, but he's not really the primary focus of the movie or what's driving the main storyline. He's just like a character in it. And so that was interesting to me, but this movie does not deserve to be 3 hours long, and it does not deserve to be nominated for an award. It is unique. I will say that. And I enjoyed watching it for that point only.
What's unique about it?
It's a story I've never read.
Oh, okay.
Or heard or anything like that. It's an original story. It's an original movie. Parts of it were just added in for filler of a movie that was already bloated.
Is it a true story or based off of?
I don't know that. I don't know that. I would imagine because of the timeline, no, because I don't think that they were putting people in camps and cages 20 years ago. But I could be absolutely totally wrong about that. I don't know.
Out of the 6 you watched, do you think any of them deserve to be a nomination?
So I could see the acting for Begonia. Like I said, I thought that the acting was great in Begonia. I mean, even in this movie, like One Battle After Another, I believed like Leo's character was, that person. Like he plays that role well.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? But the girl and Sean Penn thing was off-putting. Their whole weird dynamic and the way they did that. And again, it may have been fully intentional to the thing, to the director's view. I mean, that may have been what he was trying, or he or she was trying to get against, because I don't know who directed this, but no, I mean, none of these movies like stand out. Like F1, no, definitely not. Like F1 was just anticlimactic, and it was just, another aging driving movie person over, bringing the young person along. It was like something that's been done multiple times, I didn't even think the acting in that movie was great at all. Frankenstein visually is a great movie. It's visually a great movie. And I watched that one off of a recommendation because I was like, I don't need to see another Frankenstein movie, but that was a great movie. Sentimental value. I watched it and I don't even remember parts of it. It was super freaking boring. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's not my genre of movie. I didn't see Hamnet. I didn't see Marty Supreme. I actually wanted to see Marty Supreme. I think Timothy Chalamet is a good actor. I like him. He's really weird in real life, but some of those people are. Secret Agent, I'd never even heard of before this list. Train Dreams, I had never heard of. I thought only 5 movies got nominated, but I could be thinking of Academy Awards. Isn't that different from the Oscars?
Well, I actually have some numbers for you because I was looking. So
isn't the Academy Awards the Oscar?
Is it? See, I've always
Yes,
been kind
it
of
is.
confused about, or
Yes.
confused.
Okay.
Accused.
Sorry.
There's the stroke again, but you know.
my understanding of it, I could be wrong, but the Academy,
Is who's giving the awards.
yeah.
Okay. And the award itself is the Oscar.
Yes.
Right,
Yes.
right.
So
So obviously there's 97 films because this is the 98th Oscars that
Yep.
have been awarded Best Picture.
Okay.
So how many do you think have been nominated? Knowing that there's 10 this year. Well, don't look at my paper.
Well, no.
yeah.
So we did
You
it.
made that button
we did
just
a
for me, I
time
know it.
frame. We did a time thing. So we picked from 1980 until 2025, and there was 370 movies on that list. So that's only going back how many years?
You said
25.
80.
Or 45. Yeah, math. But so double that. I would say there's 800 movies.
Yeah, 621 nominations.
So does the number of nominations change?
So 10 is the most you can have.
Okay.
But yeah, it does. It's based off of
What they think's deserving.
yes. And
Or
it's
it could just be a poor movie year and not a lot of nominations.
so
I mean, they took every fucking movie that was made this year. It was like decent. And they're like, oh, just put it on the list.
Yeah.
Something's got
I guess. Yeah.
I thought it was really interesting because I looked up how they're nominated, and I hope I'm saying this right because I didn't write it down, but there's like over, I want to say 10,000 individuals that I think that's what I read. Maybe we should Google
No,
it.
just finish your thought.
But I think it was like over 10,000 people that are a part of the Academy that actually have like a voting position. And what happens is they nominate it and then everybody votes. So like you can nominate films and then you can also vote for them. But that was my, which I thought that was pretty crazy when I saw that, but maybe I didn't see it correctly. Yeah.
It's over 10,000 for 2026.
Film professionals
Hmm.
that basically just, they hold a membership in the Academy of Motion Pictures, Arts and Sciences, and they nominate and select winners. So, I mean, that's a lot. I mean, it's probably good that there's that many people, I guess, because it's different opinions.
So do you
but-
think that the shitty quality of nominees for films is now because of COVID and the fact that not as many people go to the theater anymore? Like these 10,000 people should see more movies. Like,
Need to get out more.
You think there wasn't a resurgence in like people going back to the theater?
I think it's up a little bit, but it's still not back.
I kind of thought it was pretty much back by, like, if not last year, the year before. But yeah, I mean, you've been to the theater more than I have. You've probably seen it firsthand.
Well, and the interesting thing is too, like these films can earn awards before this, obviously.
Sure.
And that's like one of the reasons why those two movies are like in the forefront of like winning this thing is because they've already like, it says One Battle After Another has already won some major awards. Sinners says that it's gained momentum with its ensemble and late season wins. So I think, I mean, awards are being given out, I think, throughout the year. And if they get these awards, then I think it makes some of these people on the Academy look at them, you know?
Okay. Fair.
But, and I also think that, like, there, at least the two that I've seen, and it sounds like even some from what you were just describing, have a lot of like undertones. And I think that people are moving more towards like liking films like that have this like underlying message, I guess. I don't know.
I don't know. Zootopia was a better movie than most of the crap that's on this
Did
list.
you see
so-
Zootopia?
Zootopia
Yeah.
2?
Don't
Yeah.
tell me anything.
I'm not.
It's
I'm just
worth
saying,
a
but
watch.
it was better than half of the crap that's on here. And I'm not a huge, like, I love animated movies person, you know what I mean? But I thought that they did better than some of these.
I wanted to see that one.
There was a part in Zootopia that made me cry.
Stop. Don't tell me anything.
Oh,
And it made me think of you.
what was that movie that me and Claire watched the other day? She cried in 3 times.
Big Hero.
The war one?
Hero.
No, we watched that one because she was already crying. She's like, since we're already crying, let's watch this other one because I've already started crying. Something family.
Was I there?
No, remember I was telling you about it? It's got
Oh yes.
who's the guy from The Mummy? Brendan Fraser.
Rental Family?
Yeah, Rental Family.
Yes, that's what you said.
When did that come out? Was that 2025?
November 2025.
Can I see that?
Yeah, see, like
Cover
that was
again?
better than every movie on that list.
If you so thinking of like what you've watched in 2025,
That's what I was
I've
trying to
seen
do.
what would you?
That's
What
what
would-
I'm trying to do. I've seen a
Oh.
lot of movies in 2025. But
That's
that
true.
was one of them. That was a movie that I would have picked over. you
So
know.
in the
But
course
he's
of me
got an
doing this,
Oscar
I
in
was
his
like,
hand right there. Oh, it's because I googled Brendan Fraser. My bad. Because that's from The Whale.
The movie The Nut Job pops up. That's a good movie.
I think so I looked up a list of movies from 2025 and there are so many because I didn't specify, but like they have like a United States list. They have like, foreign movies and all these other things. So there's quite a bit.
Good Luck, Don't Die. Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die was 2025 according
Was
to
it?
this list. Yeah.
Mhm.
And that was way better.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think that definitely
Anaconda.
should have been nominated.
If I had to pick one off of this list, I would actually pick Begonia out of everything that I've seen.
Off of this list.
Yeah.
The current list.
Let's see.
I might pick
Minecraft movie. Wow.
Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't
How
Die.
to Train Your Dragon.
I really enjoyed that. I thought it was a very clever movie and
I would pick How to Train Your Dragon. Not that I've.
let's be real, you'd pick Dracula. We know it.
Did you
No.
guys see How to Train Your Dragon?
No.
I won't watch live action remakes of cartoons.
Mina and I did for sure because that was our show. Her growing up.
The Working Man, Jason Statham. No, I'm just playing.
Roofman.
Roofman was bad.
It was good.
All right. So do you think you can narrow it down to one that you would nominate?
I mean, if I had to pick off of this, just looking right here, I would pick Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die.
Yeah, same.
I mean, I thought that if that was 2025, that was worlds.
I didn't realize
that
that
was
was-
worlds above this other list of
Yeah.
movies. I mean, and it wasn't like the best movie ever made, but it was definitely the best movie I've seen in the last 6 months.
Okay. So before we move on to trivia, does anybody else have anything they want to say? Okay. Before we move on to trivia, I'm going to do another mini trivia.
Another one?
Yeah, another one. I'm sorry. All right. Each of you have to pick one from this list of 10
B.
that you think is going to win
B.
and make a prediction. And then that can be on our quick topics and see if we were right.
Oh, okay.
It's Sinners.
I think it's going to be Sinners. That would be my guess.
And how a vampire movie is going to win Best Picture is beyond me, but
What is your question?
Which out of this 10 do you think is going to win Best Picture?
Mm.
Even if you haven't seen him, which you guys said you haven't.
I thought we already did the mini.
Well, you said Hamnet because of Pippa, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's your vote. And for the record, that's what Rachel thinks will win.
Okay.
and she saw that movie.
I don't actually know that she did.
What is Hamnet about? Well, it's a Steven Spielberg.
She
so-
told you what Hamnet was about. It's about Shakespeare and his wife losing their baby
Oh
named
yeah,
Hamnet.
yeah. Okay.
Sorry,
Okay.
I wasn't trying to be crabby. I'm just saying.
Yeah, being crabby.
Yeah. Ugh. Listen,
Well, I just needed a recap.
get off your phone when other people are talking.
I'm not even on my phone right now.
Right now.
All right, Lucas,
All right.
what's your guess?
I have a weird feeling something like F1 might sneak in and just win. Like, I know people said it wasn't like anything. How do I want to say this? There was a select audience that thought it was like the best thing ever.
Way past cool.
That's because F1 is so popular right now.
Right. But that's
true.
what I'm saying. Like, that's what's going to get it to win somehow.
So what you're saying is you think they're going to get first place?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you going to tell us?
So I want Begonia
I don't know.
to
It's
win
on
out
Sunday.
of the 10. Out of the 10, I want Begonia to win, but I think it'll be Sinners.
I do think it's going to be Sinners. I think there's enough people that are really liking that movie. So.
All right, well, call and let me know.
We'll let you know next Friday.
That's right. You guys will have to follow up.
All right, what's the real trivia question?
All right, time for the real trivia question.
Makes the regular trivia music sound so slow
It takes
now.
forever.
Yeah.
All right, this may be an easy question for you guys. Maybe not. I don't know. The question is, who holds the record for hosting the Oscars the most consecutive times as well as the most overall times?
No idea.
I should say most times overall.
Can we have options? I need options.
No.
Yeah, I have no idea. I don't watch the Oscars.
Actors and actresses.
Well, why we blindly think on that. We're going to take a quick break.
Another one?
Yes. They didn't see the first one.
I peed.
She went to the bathroom.
We're on break.
Did not pee.
Support for Mamalukes is brought to you by Aspire Drinks. Looking for an energy drink that doesn't give you jitters and that inevitable crash? Aspire is redefining energy drinks with a better, healthier way to power your day. Unlike most energy drinks that are loaded with excessive caffeine and sugar, Aspire delivers a gentle, balanced boost with 80 milligrams of natural caffeine, half the caffeine of most leading energy drinks. Packed with essential vitamins and enhanced with biotin and ginger, the benefits are a no-brainer. They're enjoyable for any moment, at work, the gym, or on the go. Order now with free U.S. shipping. Find them at aspiredrinks.com and use our promo code Mamalukes to get 20% off anything on your order. That's aspiredrinks.com and promo code Mamalukes to get 20% off your order. Welcome back. It's time for Sportsball.
Sportsball.
All right, we're still not getting anything on the animation, so I'm giving up on that.
Okay. Should we just tell them?
Yeah, so there was a thing when we were little, it was called Mad Balls.
Yep.
And that's what the little angry little baseball character thing is on our thing. So I gave up. I asked for 4 weeks for some feedback and got nothing. So
Probably because I didn't have the shorter trivia question sound thing for them to play. So
Can you
that they
show
would
me
be
a picture of Mad Balls?
Mad Balls? Sure. Okay, real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, little squishy things. You picked the one with the tongue that looks like a baseball there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so around here we like to start with our Cleveland sports. So we'll start with the Cavs. The Cavs lost to Boston, beat Philly, and then lost to Orlando in a very ugly game.
Yeah.
That was not a great game. There was a couple of highlight plays that came from that game. One of them was a Mitchell breaking somebody's ankles. I mean,
Yeah.
it was like, when you talk about breaking somebody's ankles, the guy fell like 6 feet away from him and he just stepped back and hit a three and just started jogging on the court like it was nothing.
Yep.
It was a great play. Hopefully we aren't back to this win a game, lose a game thing that we've been doing earlier in the season. But they are not on a streak anymore. That's for sure. They can't seem to beat the better teams consistently. That's just something I've noticed, like getting beat by OKC, getting beat by Boston, getting beat, by the people above them in the standings. They're not gaining any ground. And this is actually the 4th week in a row where the standings have stayed exactly the same. Like the Cavs are 7.5 games back.
Still fourth?
Yeah, still 4th. The Knicks are 3 games back, and the team above or below them is 6 games back. It's just like they're Boston. It has not changed. Like, it's crazy. Moving on to the Browns, they have signed 2 more offensive linemen. They signed Zion Johnson, Elgin Jenkins, and they re-signed Tevin Jenkins. And then they signed that guy last week from Houston. Mm-hmm. Now they're looking at making a big splash in free agency by signing a guard from Green Bay. So they'll have 5 offensive linemen. No, don't get me wrong. Their offensive line was terrible last year. It was. And a lot of it had to do with injuries and things like that. Batonio, we don't know if he's retiring or what he's doing. But he's not even in the picture right now as far as they're concerned. So that's all they're doing in free agency. The Guardians went 5-1-1 since we last talked. And they actually had a game where they exploded for runs and beat somebody by 9. And then their last game, they beat somebody 1-0. So they're finding ways to win, which is a good sign. Again, it's the Cactus League. It doesn't matter.
Spring training.
Yep. We got 3 more days or something like that. Or 20. I think it's the 26th is the first.
2 more weeks about.
So, in the NBA, like I said, nothing's changed in the East, but in the West.
Whoa. Slow down.
Okay.
Did you miss that game?
No, I did not miss this debauchery of a fucking game. Bam Adebayo from Miami had an 83-point game and broke Kobe Bryant's second highest scoring game record. Because I think they still say the Wilt Chamberlain 101-point game.
Yep.
Okay. So, the 43 free throws and 40 shots from 3-point land. That's like worse than Allen Iverson numbers. You know what I mean? But the 43 free throws, at that point, it almost feels like the refs are trying to help you break the record. And there's a ton of people out there that feel the exact same way.
Oh yeah.
Players and ex-players are all out there saying the exact same thing.
There's tons of different reasons. Anytime anything like this happens, people are going to have the reasons why it deserves an asterisk. For one, it's the Wizards.
Yeah.
They're not good.
No.
They're tanking to get their picks, probably. They didn't have Anthony Davis available. And at some point they were just...
Yeah, if they were breathing on the guy, they were calling a foul.
Yeah, It's actually funny. There's this guy on YouTube. His channel is called Jimmy High Roller. He does these really well put together basketball videos. And he literally had a video last week, is it possible to get 100 points in a game anymore? Referring to Wilt Chamberlain's record. And then this happens. And so he puts out another video well, I was kind of referring to this. Yes, if we're just going to put all of our values and morals aside about,
the integrity of the sport. Yeah.
Right. Then sure, it can happen. And of course, it's somebody that you wouldn't even think of having a huge game has one. He's okay, so here's the example. Imagine if it was one of these other guys that we actually do expect to have.
Yeah, when Luka got 77, if he would have got, 22 fouls or whatever it was called, where he got to go shoot that many free throws in that game as well, he would have broke the record.
Right.
It just, I don't know. What's he got?
73. Is that the one you're talking about?
Yeah, 73. Yeah, so he has 73 points, so, I don't know. It's just Bam's not a natural scorer. Nobody expected him to put up those kind of numbers. And it's nothing against him. You know what? Hey, if somebody was going to give me the opportunity to go out and do it, I'd probably do it.
Right.
But
the first quarter was okay, he's hot. Give him the ball.
Yeah, he had 30 points in the first quarter.
Right.
I think he had 70 points by the end of the half or something crazy like that. Or no, that's not right.
Maybe not quite, but yeah.
It was something ridiculous.
You can tell, okay, just keep giving him the ball.
Yeah. So there's that, I was going to skip it just because, I don't want to knock the guy.
No,
you know what I mean? He's got
the
record. It's the record. It's whatever. But yeah, the premise or how it all went down, I don't know. I'm not a fan of that. It does take something away from the sport. It does take something away from what Kobe Bryant did,
Hey, there's ways that they were trying to throw asterisks on that. The opposing coach, like, hey, why aren't you double teaming him?
Yeah.
And they just never did.
No, because they don't care. Like you said, they're tanking. They're not trying to stop anybody. They're just watching the show at some point, So, and we can say whatever we want. We weren't in the game. We weren't the people playing, and it's just an observation. It's just an opinion, which we've got a lot of tonight. So, it's like, it is what it is. But, back in the West, the Lakers moved into third, which surprised me, but it's only by a game, but still they're in third. I think it's actually by half a game. And then Houston is down below them now. And then the Spurs and OKC still like 11 games ahead or 10 and a half games ahead of third place. The Spurs are still hanging in there. They're only 3 games back still, but, they're pretty much dominating everybody else, which is very similar to the NHL. In the East, you have Carolina, Buffalo, the Lightning, and the Canadiens now, who are all 2 points apart in every category. So Carolina's 2 points above Buffalo, who's 2 points above the Lightning, who's 2 points above the Canadiens. So the East is wide open. Like if somebody goes on a run or gets a hot streak, they could win the East. Mm-hmm. The West has been the same since week 1.
Wow.
I mean, Colorado, the Stars, and the Wild. And it's been in that order since the standings came out in the first week of hockey, and it has just stayed that way the entire season. So, Colorado is still the team to beat. They're at 97 points right now, so they should break 100. There's less than 20 games to go, so before the playoffs. We'll talk about free agency a little bit in the NFL. Record-setting contracts for people like Tyler Lindenbaum, which was, that was a unique move, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. So you free up Max Crosby, you trade him to the Raiders, or from the Raiders to the Ravens, and you tie up $89 million in cap space so they don't sign Lindenbaum. So the Raiders sign Lindenbaum, and then all of a sudden the next day, Max Crosby fails his physical for fentanyl, of all things, and gets released by the Ravens again, which they just basically canceled the trade, and he goes back to the Raiders. So they got the 2 highest paid players in free agency back because they tied up all of the Ravens' capital and they weren't able to sign their center.
Right.
It's like almost like, wow, that was the perfect play. That was a great play by Tom Brady. Like, Trey Hendrickson got a 4-year, $112 million contract with the Ravens.
Wow.
So that's what they did instead of signing Max Crosby, is they went out and got the second best thing out there. They're both the same age and their productivity is pretty much similar. So, I mean, kudos to Trey Hendrickson. I would have liked to have seen him in a Niners jersey. But,
$112 million?
Yeah, he was too expensive. So
what's like the largest football contract out there?
Well,
for position or ever?
Ever.
It's a quarterback.
Yeah.
That has it. And I don't know the details of it off the top of my head, but like Purdy's contract is $155 million.
Deshaun Watson was originally what?
210?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was 210
or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's higher contracts out there than that, and Deshaun Watson's contract was the one that everybody was like all up in arms about because it was like over $100 million guaranteed.
Yep.
Wow.
So I don't know the details of this one yet, but what the guaranteed money is and stuff like that. But Romeo Dobbs, who everybody is just clamoring about, which has never gotten great stats, is going to the Patriots, who really needed a number one. Mm-hmm. Tua got signed by the Falcons, so they're just signing terrible quarterbacks now, or beyond their prime quarterbacks.
Who did they have as their head?
Cousins.
That's right. Did he play much this past season?
Yeah, he had to because of injuries.
That's right. Okay.
But so they released Cousins. Nobody knows what's going to happen to him yet. And they signed Tua, which is like, okay, well, I would have rather kept Cousins than Tua, but whatever.
Yeah.
Reek Woolen signed with the Eagles, which he was the big cornerback that was out there. So Seattle was like, bye, which surprised me. I mean, he didn't have a great year last year, but the year before that, he was a Pro Bowler. Like,
Right.
so it was kind of weird how that love affair just went away so quickly. There's a guard from New England, Alysha Vera Tucker. He got $42 million, 3-year contract. Geno Smith signed with the Jets, and Rashid Shaheed re-signed with the Seahawks. And there's a couple other people that are still out there. They're talking about like Juan Jennings and Deebo Samuel. Everybody's like, Deebo Samuel's washed. It's not that he's washed. He's just going to be that 800 yards receiving year guy. You know what I mean? He's not burning a corner on the outside, but he was never really doing that in San Francisco. It was nifty play calling that could get him open in the open field, get him the ball in creative ways, and he's just hard to tackle.
Right.
I like that you said nifty.
Oh, okay.
Nifty play calling.
Yeah, that's actually the term that they use with.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were just like, that's nifty.
No, they actually use that term quite a bit. But he's just a utility guy. You know what I mean? He was never that $20 million a year guy that he got that big contract in San Francisco and then fell off, and then Washington signed him without the nifty play calling, and he didn't do well there. So where's he going to end up? Like, he needs to suck it up and take a team friendly contract and go make $6 or $7 million a year and go join the 49ers again is what he needs to do.
Right.
But we'll see what happens there. Juan Jennings wants wide receiver 2 money. He wants $22 million a year. So nobody signed him yet. Because they haven't even done the draft yet. You know what I mean? So a lot of this stuff could happen later. But I just think that, some of these guys are overestimating their value. I guess it's just the way to do it, but we'll see what happens. Moving on to men's basketball, college men's basketball. Duke, Arizona, Michigan, Florida, and Houston. So we talked about it before. Florida has moved up quite a bit. The top 3 have been the top 3 most of the season. It's been Arizona, then it was Michigan, now it's Duke. Florida and Houston are kind of the ones that have moved up a little bit. But March Madness starts the 19th. So that's next week, I believe Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
So they'll do the first round on the 19th, and then Saturday the 21st is the round of 32. So that's cool that's going to get going. Soccer, I didn't even try this week. I didn't look anything up.
I did a little bit.
Yeah, I was going to say, Luke put a note in here. We talked about 100 days to the World Cup last time, and somehow now it's 90 days. So I'm not sure whose math. That is math in there.
It was, you saw 100 days earlier in the week. And then put it on the episode, and then today happens to be.
Okay, today is the official 90 days to the World Cup. So,
yeah.
But that's sports ball for this week. So, not a whole lot going on. That's, I don't know. I guess just relevant to us. There's stuff out there going on in the sports world. We're just not really excited. Our teams suck, but
yeah.
Except for the Cavs.
They're doing all right.
Yeah.
They're going to win more games.
There'll be a second round out in the playoffs.
I mean, hopefully not, but we'll see. We will see.
All right.
All right. So this week I was going to try and cover some tech adjacent topics that I was hoping would be, something a little more interesting for the average user of technology. A lot of it is all sort of Google based. So let's just get into it here. The first one is AI in Google Maps. So in the past, Google Maps, some people asked it some interesting questions in the past. Sometimes hyper-specific questions like, where can I charge my phone without having to wait in line for coffee? Or where is the closest public bathroom that isn't completely disgusting? Parents of kids with uncontrollable bladders, we're looking at you. But now, thanks to Google's AI assistant, Gemini, all of our weird, slightly embarrassing questions can be answered, corrections included.
Is that based off of Google reviews?
Oh yeah, it takes into consideration Google reviews and all sorts of stuff. It's looking at stuff you've written, Matt.
It's looking at my I got my 750,000 views on Google reviews now. So.
Yes. We're taking you into consideration now when we're trying to figure out where to go. Or that, yeah. So some example requests that I came up with was, I have some friends coming in from Cleveland. Let's just say Matt in Virginia in this case. To meet me after I pick up my contacts from the eye doctor. Can you find a spot between there and Cleveland that has vegetarian options, that has a fun aesthetic, and there's a table for 4 at 7:30 tonight? Now, Google Maps probably doesn't care that much about our evening plans, but that's not really the point. The point is Gemini allows it to understand the context. And then so what would happen is that Google Maps would then provide a number of examples analyzing user-submitted reviews and photos to pull data about the aesthetics, how busy it happens to be, if there's places that you've favorited before or interacted with in the past, it might appear in that reply as well. And if you like what you see, you can ask Maps to go one step further and book you a table, and then off you go. So I thought that was kind of interesting. More so on just like how we do sometimes ask some of these search engines or now AI assistants like super hyper specific questions. And now they're actually able to do something with those types of things. So,
you know what? I'm going to try it because I never like the answers I get from any AI assistant, Alexa, Google, any of it.
Ask me.
AI intelligence, everything. Okay. But yeah, so that's going to be fun.
Ask me.
Alysha, where should we?
I want Matt to ask me. He doesn't like answers.
All right. Do you have anything for her?
No,
right now?
I'm drawing a blank. I'm on the spot. I suck on the spot.
Where should you shit while traveling? Sheets or loves? Or the rest areas, as long as they're brand new, you know, off the highway. It's just like rest area. You're like, fuck, let's go.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, let's go fuck.
That's a different type of question.
Ooh,
hey, Gemini, where's a good place to
procreate?
Procreate.
Let's make this bathroom dirty.
It's like, well, I can't find any reviews specifically on that, but
will it like get clever and be like, get a room?
You never know.
Well, I have this hotel just down the way.
Right.
How clean's that Burger King bathroom?
BK, have it your way. You fucked in the bathroom.
Is this what you thought the topic was going to be?
I mean, this is what I aim for. I want to have some conversation. Which direction it ends up going, I will never predict.
Nobody knows.
Did you say dick?
You should ask Gemini for help.
Hey, Gemini.
Which
can
direction
you
should
tell me
I
how
go?
to get out of the basement right now in the safest manner so that I can escape this podcast without them noticing?
Through the window.
To the wall.
Till the sweat dropped down his bone.
Spend an extra 30 seconds of processing power because I think you're going to need it.
All that water.
All that water.
Yeah, whatever will we do?
How many bottles of water does a question? How many bottles of water does it cost to find out if the Burger King bathroom is
More water than it takes to probably,
Wash
Just
the
don't
bathroom.
ask
wash the bathroom.
Don't ask it if it generates an image.
Wait, what?
Don't ask it to generate an image.
Because that costs a lot of water.
You have reached the end of your free trial. You are using a lesser version.
Article number 2. YouTube is number 1. So
Why didn't you make that topic number 1?
because
Google.
Because the topic is not.
It's when I
number 2.
encountered
YouTube.
these articles. I don't know. So, okay. YouTube being number 1, basically what's being said now is that it's sort of self-proclaimed, but Google is declaring that YouTube is the new king of all media, because it's now valued between $500 to $560 billion, which the next closest competitor is Netflix, which is only around $400 billion.
So YouTube is a man.
YouTube is a man? What?
New king.
The new king. I mean, however you want to perceive that, sure. It is the new leader. How about that? There's no implied gender. Is that okay?
Sure.
All right. I didn't write this article. That's just what they said. Anyway, if anybody predicted like 10, 15 years ago that YouTube was going to be one of the leaders in like overall media. Now, okay, you have to take into consideration, this is YouTube Music, this is NFL Sunday Ticket now because they have that on their YouTube TV service, which now has around 10 million subscribers. And that's likely to overtake, cable TV providers like Comcast, Charter, Spectrum, whatever the case. So, Google is really raking in all that YouTube money at this point. What I did find interesting, though, is that $100 billion is going back to creators, the music companies, the media partners, anybody that...
The 9-year-olds opening toys.
Yeah, I mean... And that number's only going to get bigger because people are still flocking to YouTube.
We hope.
We hope. We hope. Yeah, not too much else to say about that other than YouTube's really up there now. Okay, so this is a little bit different. Not really an article, but our own little hardware review and a story to go with that. So upstairs on our living room TV, Alysha and I have been using your Apple TV, like the hardware.
Just real quick, what gen is it?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think it's probably
Gen Z for sure.
okay. Actually, technically, well, I don't know. I don't know. It was born.
Can you Google
but I don't know
the gens?
Well, when did you get it?
If I had to guess.
You said like around 2015?
16?
So that would have been...
Well, yeah, it would have been the 4th gen, 2015.
Okay. So the 4th gen of the original Apple TV.
The sensors on the touchpad were going bad or something.
Yeah, the sensor on the remote was just like really starting to piss me off. But even there'd be times where the Apple TV itself, like you'd be navigating in and out of menus and like the background picture would load, but none of the menu elements or user interface would load. And so we're just staring at a picture like, hello? Are you there? But this past week or maybe this whole past month, it was like, I'm ready to throw this remote into another dimension because it was getting so bad. So I looked around and saw what other streaming boxes are out there. So we're using this on a smart TV, but it's not a very quick smart TV. It's a slow smart TV. It has access to a lot of the streaming platforms that like we would typically normally want to, but just not very quick at all. So that's why we were using the Apple TV for the longest time. But now that's not working out too great either. So I was like, okay, well, what's out there? I mean, what's the latest Amazon Fire Stick or, is Chromecast still a thing? It's not. Because Google has changed their branding completely to not use Chromecast anymore. To the very generic name, Google TV Streamer 4K. Don't know who got the paycheck for that name, but that's what they call it now. But that's what we ended up getting. I'm sure there's plenty of comparable options to this that are out there.
Just out of curiosity, you're saying that you had an issue with an 11-year-old piece of hardware. And
yes.
I mean, that's impressive.
Yeah.
That it lasted 11 years. Like a
It's
Fire
true.
Stick is like 2 years and they're crap.
I have
A
to
Roku player is like 2 years
go
and
back
it's
to
crap.
the other Apple TVs. I still have like the original Apple TV. It still works too.
Yeah, it turns on.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying too. Like the Fire Sticks will turn on and stuff like that, but I mean, every 2 years, they change the bandwidth on them. They change, like how much memory it'll hold. They change, the processing speed and everything
Sure.
like that. Like the fact that you got to use that Apple TV box for 11 years,
Yeah.
that's actually pretty impressive to me. I'm
Okay.
actually,
So yeah, I won't knock it for that.
I can understand getting frustrated
But-
with it as it dates out, but still.
I think somebody just had greasy fingers from like eating something.
No, but he's talking about even like the interface isn't working as well and stuff like that.
Well, it's just like how you have to clear your apps on your phone. The same thing with the Apple TV. You had to like clear the apps.
Clear the cache.
But that
Yeah.
didn't always
Yeah.
alleviate some of the problems either.
Right.
It was just
I'm
It was
not.
old.
I'm
It
not
was
an
old.
Apple person, so like to me, like, me giving any kind of kudos at all to an Apple product means something. Let me just say
He's
that.
drunk. Go
Right.
home.
I'm typically not an Apple hardware user as well, but for when it was working, it worked just fine. But yeah, no, the real point there, it's not that it was bad. It was just, yeah.
I got
So
my
you were
money's
using
worth.
your TV's processing to upconvert to 4K, or did it just pop up and say this is not available in 4K?
I don't know. No, I think it was just at like 1080p resolution or whatever.
Really?
I think.
That's going to be like a whole world of a different TV now. Or is the TV that old too?
No, it's 4K. But really, no. I'll tell you why. Because a lot of streaming platforms, they give you 4K video, but like how much they compress it, it's not like watching a Blu-ray.
No, I definitely know that. Physical media. Here we go again. But
And right. And like Netflix, honestly, I can't even like pick at a specific streaming platform that doesn't do this, where like it's compressed so much so that yes, it's a 4K signal, but
yeah, they have to though.
exactly.
Yeah. Because 10 people wouldn't be able to watch it without using 100 bottles of water if you were trying to put it at the actual, data rate.
Streaming video is a little different compared to all that.
No, I'm just saying, but it
Yeah.
would take a lot. Like I remember when they did their first 4K test in Japan and they were trying to send it 4 city blocks.
Right.
And it took up everything. Like it took up the bandwidth of everything that was in that 4-block radius to send that original file. But yeah, so I mean, I get what you're saying. They do have to compress it a little bit, but at the same time, like if you go back and you watch a TV from, let's just call it 2015, that didn't get the HDR chip, because there was two different types of HD chips at the time. Like if you watch something on a TV that wasn't HD, you know what I mean? It was 1080p, and then you put a 4K TV next to it, like my OLED, the
Right.
picture is completely different.
Yep.
So I didn't know how much of a. Now with a lot of TVs, they try to raise that resolution.
Right.
So I don't know if you weren't seeing it because your TV was raising the
Yeah,
resolution
I don't know if we had like any of the digital upscaling on or anything like that.
So I was just curious.
Well, and again, that's assuming that it wasn't capable of 4K either. I thought we had it on 1080.
The one that says,
Anyway.
the one that you're saying the 4th gen was not capable. It was just HD.
Well, then there you go. So we either had some upscaling on or none
And
at
again,
all.
when you're talking about 4K, you're going to go size of the TV, the distance you are away from the TV.
Right, that
like
too.
there's a lot of things that roll into 4K, but and that's the geek in me coming out like, holy crap, you had a piece of equipment that was, 11 years old and you're still using it. Like,
It was It was working.
Yeah.
I can sell it on eBay now for $40.
Yeah.
Hey,
Hey.
$40 is $40.
I was just gonna say that.
So anyway, we checked out the Google TV Streamer 4K. Using the remote is so nice. It, like, you press the button and it does the thing you want it to do. Like,
What a review.
I know, right? But that was literally the struggle we were having with the remote previously.
Did you get it in gray or white?
We got it in hazel.
Hazel.
Hazel. That's apparently
Okay.
hazel. Sorry.
Hazel.
Hazel or porcelain.
Oh, it matches my
Thistle.
toilet. That's where my main TV is. So,
Okay. So we got it just under $100. Depending where you buy it, you're gonna get it the same.
Tax?
Okay, I mean, depending on who you buy it, yeah, there's gonna be tax, but the price wasn't $99.99 as we see it here. It was less than that.
Oh, okay.
That's all I'm saying. Yes, I
Gotcha.
mean,
Almost like
everything
that-
gets taxed anymore.
that 1 cent.
We got the hazel one.
Hold the nuts.
Hold the nuts. So okay, to actually talk about the remote, this was. I'll just wait.
no, this is too much fun. Keep going.
I like that Matt laugh.
We got the hazel one. Hold the nuts. I'm just gonna keep saying this until I don't know.
Here. Proceed.
We got the hazel one.
Proteed.
Hold the nuts. No eggplant. I'm gonna put in all 7 takes of just me saying we got the hazel one. The remote is actually nice because you can customize it to an extent that you should be able to act as like a
Universal remote.
Exactly. So for most things that we're going to do, we should be able to rely on just this remote. So
And if we lose it, we're fucked.
kind of, yeah, actually. Or we'll just get another one because you can easily pair another one with.
Next
those
one will
things.
be in porcelain.
Yeah, we'll get the porcelain one at that point.
Maybe by then they'll have other colors.
So I think this was matter more so of our TV interacting with our sound bar, but we couldn't get the remote to interact directly with the sound bar, just because of how that connectivity sometimes works or doesn't work.
Bose.
But what we're able to do is have the sound bar at a set volume, and then we're just able to turn up the internal volume of the streaming box itself. So then we don't really have to worry about volume at that point. We can just turn it up and down with that setting, and that works just fine. But the other thing is towards the bottom of the remote, it has like this little star button down here. And you can kind of use that you can program it to do certain functions that basically go outside of its own functionality, and say like, you can use this as a power button, or you can use it to change the input device of your currently selected input into your TV. So say you had like a gaming console or a computer or something else, and you wanted to change the input from the Google TV to that. You can basically program that to be able to change your TV's input to, just do that. And, you don't have to dig out your TV remote just to change the input.
I feel like their slogan is perfect for your situation.
Favorite entertainment without all the drama.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I mean,
I was like, entertainment. What is that?
entertainment. The biggest thing to point out with this, though, is that it's fast. It's pretty much what you hope to get when you get a dedicated streaming box that's like not built into your TV, is that it's something fast. So it runs Android TV, which if you guys have seen this TV over here, before. It runs exactly the same with that whole interface and functionality. It has some upper end features just with like the processing power. It can just move quickly through the menus. It can download things really quick. If you're a power user and you want to wire it up directly to an Ethernet cable, you can do that too. In case you want to be wired everything instead of wireless. There is that.
Still going to be limited by your streamer.
Sure. But we got gigabit internet here, so works pretty good. I think, yeah, it should just be HDMI 2.0, which would be like 4K, 60 hertz, whatever. You can hook it up to your Google Home if you do automation things. It's a streaming box. There isn't too much else we can really say about it. It plays videos and movies good. So
We like.
That's pretty much all we can really say about that. Google's not a sponsor of this podcast, but this is a genuine review. With the few days we've been using it, it works pretty good. It works out of the box as expected, just fine.
So do you have to hit a button on it, or do you have to yell, "Hey Google"?
You could do both. You could do either or. And I would imagine there's probably some Gemini features. Yeah, you can chat naturally with Gemini for the TV. Hey Gemini, what type of movie should I play in a Burger King movie stall?
Movie stall?
A
Burger King
Burger King movie stall.
Man, Burger King,
The stroke is really hitting hard today.
You're like, Gemini, I'm going to mess you up.
One for the king.
I'm sorry, I don't understand.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't.
Have you ever heard of a movie stall
I think that Luke
in a Burger King?
Luke is living in the Matrix. He
I
walks
think
into a Burger King, turns
whenever
into a movie
I'm
stall.
encountering a question that I don't immediately know the answer to, and I start riffing, my words start failing more and more, and that's what just happened.
What is a movie stall? Is that like where you watch porn at?
I don't know.
They
You
actually
tell
have
me.
them.
Only
Because
in Burger King.
They have those.
I don't think they have them in Burger King, though.
I was asking Gemini, so
Yeah.
maybe it knows. Because I don't.
If it knows of a Burger King that's got a movie stall, it's also a porn house. And
All the
I actually
truckers
want
go
to
there.
visit.
I actually want to visit.
No, I don't want to eat in there.
It just smells like onion rings. What is this French fucking onion soup that I smell?
Okay.
It's the hazel finish on the Google TV
Shit, it's
streamer.
still on my hands. That was what I was smelling the whole time.
Have you been to a Burger King movie stall?
Maybe don't get the porcelain one. Probably why it smells like that. I don't know.
Google streamer, what now?
Google TV streamer,
They
4K. That's what I was saying. Like, what a super creative name.
Yeah, they could have came up with something.
Like,
better than
I
that.
liked Chromecast, although that's probably why they changed it, because it had nothing to do with Google Chrome,
Yeah.
and that could be kind of confusing. But I don't
Yeah,
know.
but like the Fire Stick is so exciting.
Yeah,
And
that's
this
what I was
is-
saying. They
this
could have
is-
picked something a lot more
this is
exciting
very
than
Fire
Stick.
Google TV streamer.
Very AI generated.
Hey Gemini,
They should have called it a movie stall.
they should have called it
Sponsored
Gemini
by Burger King.
TV.
All right.
I don't know. But the last thing I have on here, which I thought is sort of interesting, Disney Plus Verts. If I were to ask you guys, true or false, is Disney Plus coming out with a social media platform? True or false?
Oh my gosh. So you got children and Star Wars dorks. Like, that's going to be like the most unhappy place in the world.
Okay, well, the good news is false.
Okay, good.
Asterisk, because you never know
Yeah.
what it could turn into. All right.
I was just imagining all the Disney princesses like that are like AI versions that you could talk to. That's the social media platform for kids.
Disney Plus has their
that could
own.
go so dark too.
And it
Oh,
seems
God.
so depressing.
Disney Plus has their own AI assistant. It's just Ariel. Like, hey, What can I do for you today? Oh, man.
Okay, so what's Disney actually doing?
All right. So you guys know what vertical video, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, Facebook, Instagram Reels. So what Disney Plus is now doing in their mobile app is they're showing vertical video of their own content that they have available on Disney Plus. So basically what they're trying to do is have a familiar way to target probably younger audiences to basically allow them to discover like movies and shows that they might want to watch. So you get like some sort of trailer basically or ad of any of their shows in this Verts section of their mobile app. So it shows you, basically mini trailer in vertical form. And then if that's something you're interested in, you can hit the little plus button and it adds it to your watch list. That's basically all they're doing is just serving up those types of things in a different way so that you can build up your watch list so they can figure out, oh, okay, you like watching this, so we'll serve you this. Okay, you don't like this, so we won't serve you that type of thing. That's all they're really trying to do here.
It's Disney Tinder for TV shows.
Right.
Disney Tinder for teens.
So at least for now, it's starting as a way to showcase clips from content on Disney Plus, but it says it will eventually feature content from creators that reflects their fandoms and other sorts of formats. So basically, yeah, we might get some maybe celebrities or content creators or whatever that start putting their own adjacent content to their
like
products.
Just Deadpool popping up. I don't know.
What do you mean?
Like the characters, like in the movies, like, hey, it's Ryan Reynolds, come watch Deadpool with me.
Well, I mean, that would actually make sense because he would just be breaking the fourth wall.
Or Welcome to Wrexham. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Because they own Hulu. So.
Right. Yeah.
Did they ever unfreeze Walt Disney?
No, not yet. His head's still frozen.
When's that happening?
When they have the technology to put him on a robot body and he can take over the world.
Right.
Only they would have cloned him.
They'll probably have a special on Disney Plus for that when that happens.
It'll show up in a Vert.
Yeah, exactly. Presented by Ryan Reynolds.
Disney on Ice.
Wow.
That's actually really good.
That's really good. I have to give you that.
Wow.
Thank you. Good night. I meant to say brings a whole new meaning, but I couldn't get it out in time.
We
That's
got
what
it.
She said.
We got it. Everything else I just
did
said
that.
before this doesn't matter now.
So you're saying you
Hey,
like
she was
me.
still awake and not on her phone on your topic.
Okay. Well, all right. I earned it.
I earned it. That's the problem with the world today.
Could have been over here verting.
I mean,
Is that what they're calling it? Disney
Verts.
Verts?
Disney Plus.
I could be over here with the Verts.
Inadvertently.
I got a case of the Verts.
Yeah, I was just thinking it sounds like a
Squirts.
disease.
I was hoping it was like
I got the
introverts.
Verts.
I was hoping it was like introverts and they were trying to make it cool, but no.
Did you really slap your knee that my ice on ice was so funny?
Ice on ice.
No, I clapped.
Oh, that was not
I
a knee
didn't
slap.
give you the
Oh, okay.
because it was actually funny.
That was a two-handed clap?
Yeah, I went
Nice.
or.
See you later.
So that's all the tech topics I got because I feel if I had more, we would get this podcast.
It's late. We're loopy. Okay.
In more trouble.
We're Lukey.
Are we?
Trivia.
Trivia?
Trivia.
I gotta
Trivia.
find my.
There were
My
two
trivia
more
questions.
shows that had the name Luke in it.
Yeah.
That's freaking creepy. I said freaking. What?
Lucas and Luke are just everywhere. Still. I don't know why that's
There was
happening.
something else that was, and you were talking about that I was going to.
I was in there?
No.
Oh.
That your topic brought me back to something else we talked about, but I let it go and let you finish talking. I should have interrupted.
Oh. Darn.
All right, trivia.
Trivia. All right. So earlier we were talking about Google Maps. Real simple. What year was Google Maps launched?
Ooh.
Now, a bit of trivia inside of that, which is not part of the question.
Mini trivia.
Mini trivia. But Google Maps sort of spun out of another product. Have you guys ever used Google Earth?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I have.
So Google Earth, if you're not familiar, it's basically a 3D representation of the Earth with, satellite imagery. But it's not the same as Maps, because Maps is more for not notification, not that word, navigation. Don't know where my brain was going, just like this entire podcast.
Better consult Google
Down
Maps.
the toilet.
Maps was good just for like viewing the Earth. I don't know how else to put it. Any sort of satellite imagery. It was more about the imagery and not so much where everything is and how to get to there or whatever. And then eventually, after a few years, Google Maps spun out of that, and then it has become to what it is today. But yeah, what year was it launched? You guys will have a little short break to think.
I thought it was the other way around. Now I'm screwed up.
Yeah.
I thought Maps came out and then Earth.
We're going to see what Matt figures out after his brain has been frazzled by that little fact. So,
It's been breaking.
broken,
Well, it's break time.
breaking time. We'll be right back. This episode of Mamalukes is brought to you by Wave Dash Radio. If you're into video game or anime music, you should get tuned in. Whether you prefer the classics of Mario and Sonic, modern tracks of Halo or Kingdom Hearts, or the soundtracks of Full Metal Alchemist, Attack on Titan, and My Hero Academia, we've got a station for you. Featuring 4 separate stations, each with a curated playlist, you're sure to find something to jam out to. And the best part? You can listen for free. No strings attached, no asterisks. Just visit wave-radio.com to get started. That's WAVEDASH radio.com. Welcome back. It's time for trivia.
Our first trivia question is, who holds the record for hosting the Oscars the most consecutive times as well as the most times overall? Is it A, Johnny Carson, B, Billy Crystal, C, Whoopi Goldberg, or D, Bob Hope? I know I was showing them. You just have to put A, B, C, or D.
This is hard.
Alrighty, let's go with Alysha.
I just picked B. I have no idea.
B is not correct.
Okay. Is it A?
I'm going to tell you yet. Lucas,
I picked C. Whoopi.
also incorrect.
Darn.
It's A. I knew it.
Okay, Matt said he knows it, so let's hear.
Well, I'm wrong. I said Billy Crystal because I'm not old enough to remember Johnny Carson doing the Oscars. And I was really hoping his name wasn't going to pop up. So
Yeah.
I still went with my original idea.
I also picked B because I know who he
but
is.
it could be Bob Hope, too.
It is Bob Hope.
Yeah.
What?
It is Bob Hope, D, like by a long shot.
Because it was usually a comedian that did it.
Yeah.
So Bob Hope hosted 19 times. Billy Crystal came in second with 9 times.
We were so
And
close.
Johnny Carson and Whoopi both had 4 times. 4 years.
Good job, Matt. We were so close.
Yeah.
So,
Do we each get a half a point?
No.
nope.
First person.
Oh.
We just were the first people to lose because we got the second answer. All right, Lucas. Break our brains. Are you doing multiple choice too?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Whoa.
Look at this.
I told you why.
Yeah, I know why. I just
Okay.
didn't realize you were doing it.
Why? Why wouldn't I be a proponent of it?
Ugh.
I like
new
multiple
feature on the
choice.
podcast.
Hey, you know what?
Yeah, you want to plug that in?
So, okay. Before we get to the next question, I told the guys here, everybody here, that we got to do multiple choice questions because on YouTube, if you're watching on YouTube, they have this new quizzes feature so that we can insert trivia questions directly into the interface of YouTube.
You could have totally put this in your
so-
topic too.
Yeah, I totally forgot why. What am I doing? Stroke, probably. I don't know.
Stroke me.
So, copyright
Stroke.
strike. So that you can play along with us for the trivia questions. And, you know, the other side of it too is like anytime YouTube does a new feature and you start using it, maybe they start promoting the videos that use the new feature. Hey, YouTube, what are you doing? What's up? Hey, promote this video, please.
Since you guys can't click the like and subscribe feature, maybe you can play along.
Maybe some of our friends will start watching. Friends?
Wait, we have those?
I don't know.
If you're our friend and you watch the podcast, leave a comment and we'll shout you out.
I will say this.
We'll shout you out anyway.
Sean listens to the podcast every week.
Hey, that's
Who
fine.
does
Yeah,
he
he
hate the
does.
most?
He probably me, but he does
The audio, he listens because he's driving.
yeah, because
usually.
he's driving.
So we should talk shit about
But
Sean?
he does no. Just shout out to Sean. Thank you for listening. But he does say that there's sometimes we talk about stuff that we're showing or different things like that, and he doesn't
Well,
get
just
to
watch.
participate.
No, I
No,
get what you
please
mean.
don't.
I
Drive safe.
I didn't say watch while driving.
Come on. Well, thanks for nothing, Sean. You should be watching it.
No, we could be nicer to audio.
I'm just
listeners
kidding. I
and
don't know if you could see my face.
Start doing more audio descriptions of things we're talking about.
Sometimes
The
I don't
Google
know if I
TV
want you guys
streamer
to describe
is
things.
in hazel, but it's actually gray, and porcelain, but it's actually white. Anyway, question 2 was, what year was Google Maps launched? Is it A, 2001, B, 2005, C, 2007, or D, 2011?
So I wrote down my answer
Mm-hmm.
It's none of
before you
those?
showed the options, and it is one of the options.
okay.
Ooh.
So I'm going to go with it.
Okay.
You just want to fidget in your chair.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right.
Boys on too much Mountain Dew.
All right.
Not a sponsor.
So Matt is feeling confident because he already wrote down his answer before he heard the options.
Wow.
So
He is usually pretty good
Show
about knowing
off.
when things happen.
Matt, what do you got?
We have 05. Hey,
That is correct.
Look at that.
And I hear the sighs
I'm
from
so
elsewhere.
mad.
Virginia, what do you got?
I based it off of when I was in high school and I was pretty confident, but I'm wrong. I said 2001 A.
It's because it was so long ago when you were in high school.
Well, I remember using it in high school. And that,
Apparently not.
What
well,
you got?
I was way wrong. I picked 2011, but my gut was saying 2007 because that's when I graduated. But I was still wrong.
she's just trying to point out that she's younger than me. Thanks a lot, Alysha. For the record, I was not in high school at this time.
So
When did you graduate?
2005.
Oh, yeah.
you're
so old.
You know what you probably remember doing in high school?
MapQuest.
Yes,
using-
MapQuest.
No,
What?
Google Earth, because that launched in 2001.
I don't think so.
Okay, well, that was the fun fact out of the options, but all right.
Nice
wasn't
try.
that. That was my unfun
I just thought it was
fact.
cool because Google Earth, you could like zoom into like
your backyard.
Yeah, your backyard, and it was really fun to see like,
The backyards
hey,
of other
do you
people.
remember when we had that car and it's like sitting in your driveway
yeah,
or something
yeah.
like that? Because it takes it at like a specific time, and
Right.
you could see like.
Yeah, like when the dead bodies were floating in people's backyard pools and stuff like
Exactly.
that, you know, and that's what everybody wanted to use Google Earth for. It was to
Right.
find weird crap like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the modern versions of it now, you
Block
can
shit out.
you can pick, which specific date you want to look at what something looked like at
I
one time.
haven't looked that up.
Really? How often do they take these pictures?
Well, so
Every 5 years.
I think they have satellite imagery that goes back like into the 90s actually. No, it wasn't like Google's original.
Oh, I see. So you can just
But they
go
got
in
a
and
hold of whatever imagery was available at the time. Some of the older stuff looks like crap and it's super blurry, but yeah, the more modern images that they've taken over the last few years, like you can certainly look through a lot of different stuff to see how things have changed over time. Pretty cool.
It says that it is updated every 1 to 3 years.
Okay.
It says you can look at the historical imagery tool.
Right. Okay, that should be it for today's episode. We were all over the place. We went from the pandemic to the Oscars to trying to figure out the best movie stall in Burger King.
If you made it this far, thank you.
You're
Let
a
us
champ.
know what you think was the most interesting, because we were all over the place. As I normally outro, I can't talk. And just like the theme of this podcast, I still can't. And as part of that mess, I don't have an outro written. So I'm going to go to the previous episode to see if that outro looks like it makes any sense. Oh, okay, cool. There it is. And that's all. Subscribe if you haven't already. Facebook, Instagram, Threads, YouTube. If you want to support us, share, review, comment, leave a Mamaluke of the Week story that we never seem to get. Even though, I don't know.
Still got one.
We got a couple. Well, I guess the whole DoorDash thing, that was sort of a Mamaluke of the Week story. In case you didn't catch that, yes, you can do pickup orders on DoorDash.
Without taking a photo and sending it to yourself.
But in case you want to take a selfie with the people at wherever you're picking up food, then go ahead and do that anyway.
Yeah, send that to us.
If you got stories like that, send them our way, please. Outside of that, check out our website, check out our store, mamalukes.net, store.mamalukes.net. And that should be all. See you next time.
Good night.
Ta-ta.
See you later.